So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up! Oscar!
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more, to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Ireland is in Salt Lake, getting ready for tonight's Laker game. Utah.
Go get them.
Can I ask one question right off the bat?
Shoot, yes.
DeMarco's wearing a chunk of metal on a green ribbon. Now, what the F is going on?
This is from my daughter's basketball team. We came in second. We're runner-ups. So this is
so
the
are
medal
you,
they
were
gave
you
us.
the coach?
You know what Mason
Yeah,
says
I'm the
about
assistant coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what, DeMarco, you know what Mason says about runner-up?
What?
There's only 2 places, first and last.
First and last. That's what my dad taught me.
You Ricky Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad, I'm telling you, my dad believed in that 100%. He was unbelievably competitive, wanted us to be unbelievably competitive, and told us we lost if we finished second
So,
or
Mason,
third or down
had
the
you
line.
gone on, you or any of your brothers gone on to be an Olympic athlete and you won a silver medal, you think your dad would poo-poo it?
Let's see. Would my dad? No,
you
I
didn't
think
win.
a silver medal.
You didn't
is
win.
Like significant, but
In
I
the
did not
world.
win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he'd say it, but I
Yeah.
think in his
Wow.
head he'd think loser.
Trav, what did Tiger always used to say? Second place sucks?
Second place
Yep.
sucks.
Second
Yeah.
place sucks.
It's not so
indeed.
bad. Yeah, they fought their little tails off.
Well,
yeah.
Nice.
they ran.
Congrats.
They were better. They were better coached.
They
That's
ran
right.
into a team with a superior scheme.
They were running plays.
and
Oh,
set
really?
picks.
It was a
John,
better
they were
scheme?
they were setting picks for our girls. This is the first team we played that actually had like plays and stuff.
How old?
Well, that
This is
separates them
9
from
and
the
10.
NBA. The NBA has no plays.
No plays at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got. I don't know if this is good news, but I at least just had one of those moments of wait, what? Where about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, Luka was maybe not going to play tonight. Now
But
they've
now he's
changed
been
it back to
upgraded,
where
yeah.
he is probable to play tonight.
Awesome.
And I had a brief like, so
Yeah.
all is well, John.
Oh yeah, and actually, I was thinking, why not sit? I mean, Utah's really bad.
Yeah.
Why not sit Luka and LeBron and give them 8 days off? Well, LeBron wouldn't get 8 because he's playing in the All-Star game, but you could buy him a bunch of time off. But they're not going to do that. They're going to play him.
Which I think is okay. I mean, it gives them another chance. They're going to blow the doors off Utah. I mean, I don't want to put it in the refrigerator the
Go
way
ahead.
Michael Thompson would, but Utah is bad. We saw them the other night.
Okay,
and
but can
they
I tell
beat
you-
them with one arm tied behind their back.
Maybe not. When we were here, you play most Western Conference teams 4 times, twice at your place, twice at their place.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 4th game. The last time we were here, the Lakers blew them out in the 2 games in L.A. The first one was the Dalton Connect game where he made 9 threes.
He had like 34 points, I think, in that game.
38.
38.
Yeah. And then the other one was the one you were at, Mace, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And then, but when we were here before, I think it was in December, the Jazz basically beat us. They were we were up 105-104. I've never seen this happen in all my years of covering basketball. Colin Sexton was dribbling toward the basket, and he had his man beat. And Will Hardy, his coach, thought that they were disorganized.
That's right. Yeah.
Leaped out of his chair and yelled, "Timeout, timeout."
Yeah.
Ref blows the whistle right as Colin Sexton's laying in the go-ahead basket.
Yep.
And they waved it off because Will Hardy did that, and he cost his team the game.
Yeah, that's amazing.
All right, so there's a good example of the coach costing your team a game. And I'm still trying to unpack the difference between the Lakers being crazy, crazy hot, how they are right now.
This is good.
To how good are they actually? Clearly, they're pretty darn good, but they're obviously playing at a super high level.
Can you be hot and not good?
Yeah,
And just
occasionally it happens.
The answer to that question is yes.
Yeah, I think so too. So how much of what we've seen, and this predates the Luka excitement and certainly predates, Luka playing one game, but the Lakers had started to play a lot better even before they got Luka Doncic. If Will Hardy cost them that game that you just described, John, like how much of this turnaround, especially on the defensive end, should go directly to J.J. Redick?
A lot. And I was walking to the plane with Nate McMillan yesterday, and he's kind of his role is more defensive. Scott Brooks kind of handles the rotations. Nate handles the defense. And I said, why does the defense so much better? And he said, it's because right when we got hot coincided with Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt all becoming available at the same time. And he said those three guys are defense-first players. He goes, and what's happening is watch LeBron and how much he's moving his feet on defense. Because doing that is contagious. Energy is contagious. Now, what'll be interesting tonight, no Finney-Smith, no Vincent. They're both out. So I wonder if Utah can give us a game. We'll see. But, Trav, I would say the real answer to your question is they've beat some good teams. They beat Boston at Crypto.
New York.
They beat the Knicks in the Garden.
Yep. Indiana.
Clippers. A week from Saturday is when you're going to get your answer.
Is that Houston?
At Denver.
At Denver.
Okay.
That's when you're going to get your answer.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily have to win it, but can they be competitive with Denver and take them down to the wire to indicate a series would be competitive? Because in the last two series with Denver, we're 1-8.
So with that in mind, the Denver matchup to me is still the one that I look at, and you look at the Western Conference and say, I don't love that, right? And I don't love it for the most obvious reason. It's Jokic, right? That he's got that thing that he's got.
You're not afraid of the Thunder.
I'm not. And am I off the mark? I know they got the best record.
Yeah.
I know that Shea seems to be on track to win the MVP. All of those things. They've got a great team. They're deep. They're all of those things.
Assuming LeBron and Luka get their thing
but
going.
I just feel like that is actually not a terrible matchup for the Lakers. That when you kind of look at the lay of the land, Memphis doesn't scare me all that much.
Nope.
Oklahoma City, while really good, I feel like you can play them 7 times. Can you beat them 4? Sure you can. And then everyone else feels like the Lakers might even be favored at this point. Like Denver still seems to be the one team. It's like, I don't love that. Am I wrong to kind of flick OKC aside?
Yes, you're wrong.
Yeah, they're very, very good. They also have two bigs, which is going to be, they got Hartenstein and they got Chet. And so they've got two bigs, which is going to be difficult for the Lakers to defend. So I think that's a real series, and I think that's a.
I'm not saying they go through 4 games.
I'm not saying they can't win. They can win that series, but that's a tough series.
If you picked,
you are severely underrating Oklahoma City. They when you see them in person, Trav, if you ever get to, they might be the best defensive team in the last 25 years.
Wow.
They are that good defensively. They get up. I mean, guys like Lou Dort and Caruso, and Chet. All those guys they're defense-first guys. And here's the thing, guys. If you ever really want to pay attention, like you can spin numbers and make any point you want, but the one stat that really never lies is point differential. Their point differential is 13.
Wow.
It is the highest. If it held for the rest of the season, it would be the highest in NBA history. They're that good. Now, Trav, where they are perhaps beatable is they're young and they've never done this before.
Inexperienced, yeah.
Yeah, so none of these guys that they have been to the finals, have rings.
Just Caruso, right?
Yeah, Caruso's the one.
Yeah.
But they are, so I'll give you an example. There's only 2 teams in the NBA that have a double-digit point differential. it's Cleveland, and it's Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City wins their games by an average of 13.4 points per game. They also have the best home record in the NBA. They're 24-3 at home. They're 18-6 on the road. They've only lost 9 games, Trav. They're 43-9. You can't just toss them aside and say, "Oh, the Lakers would beat them."
I'm not that, but if you said to me, you get to pick your opponent in the Western Conference Finals, Denver or OKC, I'd pick OKC.
Don't you, John?
That's
I take
kind of where I'm
OKC
headed.
too. I mean, they don't have a Jokic. They've got bigs, but they don't have a Jokic.
Right. So if the season ended today, we would open against the Rockets. I like our chances.
Yep.
We would have home court.
Yep.
I like our chances in that series. We didn't play well against them, but we didn't have Luka yet. And Luka normally owns the Rockets.
They, by the way, do have a big that gives us trouble. Alpi Şengün is very good.
Really good.
Then we would run into Oklahoma City. So the problem, what you want, the dream scenario is Oklahoma City finish it. They're going to be the 1.
Yeah.
We need Denver to drop to the 4. We go up to the 3. Right now we are a game and a half behind them. If that happened, Oklahoma City and Denver would be on the other side of the bracket. So one of them would knock another one of them out.
Right.
And then our potential series would be, by the way, if we get to the 3, Lakers-Clippers in the first round.
Finally.
Please.
All right, and then we'd play the winner of Memphis-Minnesota to get to the Western Conference Finals. That's what we want.
I'll sign up for that.
That sounds like a good
So
setup.
put Denver and OKC on the other side of the bracket.
One picks off at least one of the others.
Yeah.
That's good. That, you know what's going to have to happen if that's going to happen is Austin Reeves is going to have to be a member of the Big Three.
Yeah, I know you're trying to make this happen.
already.
I think he is.
Thank you. See, thank you. See,
please.
No, he's
stop.
Yeah, no, he's part of the Big 2.5. He's part of the Big 2.5.
I agree that he is the third best player on this team, but the slice that Luka and LeBron occupy is not the slice that Austin Reeves occupies.
Well, who could really?
That's why I'm saying stop putting him in there.
Really? I mean, but he's in there.
No, he's not.
He absolutely is.
Trav, why do you think he's not?
Because those guys we're talking about, like these are the best players of their generation potentially. LeBron might be the greatest player ever. Austin Reeves hasn't even made an all-star team.
Right, but I did see him drop, what was it, 42
I'm not saying
on
he's not.
Saturday.
Guys, there's a lot of real estate between a really good player and being in the same category as Luka and LeBron.
We're not saying he's in the same category.
Okay, but when you do a big 3, I equate the 3 guys being relatively equal.
Big 2.5.
Big 2.5.
Big 2.5.
Okay. Is that fair?
It is
2.7.
Yeah, I'd go 2.7.
A starring duo with a drummer who gets a solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so how much of a sample size would you need on Austin Reeves before you would say he is that guy?
I would need him to be an MVP of a series. And not even like necessarily officially, right? Like where he wins.
We're only
an
trying
award.
to get him to third best player.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
players.
his role. You don't have to win the MVP.
I need a Tommy Edman moment.
Yeah, here's Austin over his last 10 games.
Yeah.
Okay, 49% from the field, which is great. 39% from 3, which is solid.
Yeah.
92% from the line. He's averaging 22 points. 5 rebounds and 6 assists.
That's big three-worthy.
That's
If
big
he
three-worthy
was-
right there.
If he was able to do that for the season,
Do you have some personal grudge
Yes,
with
it's
Austin
personal.
Reeves? It's like a
He's-
personal
yes,
thing?
it is a personal thing.
Yeah, sounds
But
like it.
I don't need to list LeBron's credentials. John, is Luka the 3rd or 4th all-time leading scorer points per game in NBA history?
I think isn't he
second? No, he's in the playoffs. He's second in NBA history. He's third.
Okay,
so NBA career, it's Jordan, Wilt, Luka.
Right, and
playoffs,
then LeBron's
it's Jordan, Luka.
Can we please stop? I'm not saying that your numbers, John, while very impressive.
Yes.
You said over the last 10 games.
But he's playing his role.
I
His
understand.
role is not to
My
go
point is
out.
just because he's the 3rd best player doesn't mean that we need to have a big 3. We can have a big 2 and an Austin Reeves.
We need a photo of the big
solo
3.
here and
we got to
there.
put somebody in the frame.
Well, Trav,
photo.
what I would say you might be forgetting is that Luka and LeBron both command double teams every time they touch the ball, which means the other 3 guys are going to be open.
Yes.
And if Austin's open all the time, there's a good chance he can keep this
Big
up.
three.
I think we got it.
Yep.
Big 2.7.
No, we want him over.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
We totally
got
want him over.
Yeah, we got
He's
him.
like,
there it is.
Yeah.
Super Crosstalk is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Wiz Khalifa.
What you know about Wiz Khalifa?
I'm going to tell you what I know.
A couple years ago, I went to a music festival, and Wiz Khalifa is playing. There's a lot of weed in the ear. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Right? You know how, like, when you go to a sporting event, somebody will bring, like, a beach ball, and everybody will hit the beach ball? Well, at a Wiz Khalifa concert, they bring, like, inflatable doobies, okay? Like, big, giant reefer doobies. And, dude, there must have been, like, 100 doobies flying around in the air. And so now there's smell of weed everywhere. And my daughter goes, "What is that smell?" And I go, "I don't know, but I think it's like burnt kettle corn or something." And my daughter goes,
"That's
no."
a bad smell.
Here's what my daughter says. "No, Dad, it smells like you." Yeah. I'm like, what?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's Do This.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Game day excitement starts at Lazy Dog Restaurants. Join them at LA Live before or after the game, or catch the action on TV at any of their locations. Enjoy handcrafted food, craft beers and drinks, and the best seats outside the arena. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I don't know where these sounds are coming from. Everybody's on my nerves today. Everybody's on my nerves.
Are you going to sit there and just take it? Let's get to it. Your Wednesday afternoon. Mason and Ireland right now.
Good afternoon. So, Lakers tonight in Utah. John is in Utah. So, you got there yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, 17 degrees when we landed.
17 degrees. And does that mean you went out on the town? Did you go see your favorite restaurants? Did you go to a nightclub? Where?
I did.
a
The
nightclub.
The best Italian restaurant in the league is a place called Valters with a V. It's in Salt Lake City. If you're ever in Salt Lake City, you got to go to Valters. Lisa's in town. She had never been there.
Oh, nice.
And so I took Lisa to Valters, and then she left about a half an hour ago to go up to Park City. And then after the game tonight, I'm going to meet her.
Oh, so you're right, because you're going to All-Star break. So you're going to Park City for your All-Star break?
Yeah, until Saturday, and then I'm going to Idaho.
Is there enough snow up there? Is she skiing?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, nice.
Are you a skier?
No, I'm gonna a little. I might go snowmobiling tomorrow.
Snowmobiling is fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
But I probably will limit it to that because every time I ski, it takes me out of golf for 2 weeks because I always fall and run into a tree. I'm a klutz when I ski.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just snowmobile.
What do we got to do to get you to snowboard? Just do a
I've done
class.
it.
You've
I've
done it?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't very good at it. My niece is really good at it.
Yeah.
So I've gone. I'll go because she wants to go. It's actually snowboarding, Greg, is a little easier than skiing.
It is much easier to learn than skiing, but it's harder to master. And while
Right.
skiing's
I'm not
easier to
going.
master.
I'm not going down the Black Diamond Run or anything.
So,
I'll tell you
Ireland,
that.
here's the thing about snowboarding. I don't know if everybody knows this, but snowboarders, cannabis is a really good performance-enhancing drug.
So Mace,
yes.
should I take one of my sleep gummies and then snowboard? I might fall asleep
You
going
might
down the
fall
hill.
asleep. I would get more of a sativa or a hybrid thing.
As you know,
going.
I only use cannabis for one thing.
Yeah, sleep.
All of my cannabis consumption is to help me sleep. I don't have any of the good stuff you got.
Yeah, well, it's readily available, John. We can get you. We can get you all. Chris at the Green Cross can totally trick
All
you
right,
out.
I will take it up with Chris.
Yes. Does Utah have a bad rap? In other words, is there actual active nightlife, or is there really none?
It's a lot better now than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So when I used to come here 20 years ago, you had to buy a drinking card. You had to have like a license to drink.
Oh, really? Man.
And even then, the drinks that they would give you would not be full drinks like we get in L.A. After they had the Olympics here, did you come to these Olympics, Mace?
These were my favorite Olympics. This is where I think some of the best work in my career was at the 2000 Winter Olympics.
Okay, so that's when it changed.
That's where I did all the play-by-play of the sliding sports and all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's when it changed. After that, like nightclubs, restaurants, bars started to open and they're normal. They got rid of the drinking card. Like Valters last night, we ran up a huge tab, but it was really good.
Can you drink on Sundays, or is that no go?
You're not supposed to if you are in the Church of Latter-day Saints, but you're not supposed to drink alcohol at all.
At all,
right.
So
you can go get an alcoholic drink on Sunday.
Yes,
yeah,
I absolutely can.
So one of the things about the Salt Lake games that made it super cool was that I worked the medal ceremony. So what they did was Park City and all over the place, they're doing the events all day long. Then all of the athletes who won gold, silver, bronze went to this one park to get their medals during a nighttime
And that's
ceremony.
where you were hanging out?
That's where I was hanging out. And every night there was a different concert. Like Backstreet Boys played one night, and Dave Matthews played another night. And every night there was a concert to go along with all the medal presentations. So I literally interviewed every single medal winner. That was my assignment, in addition to calling the play. It was my favorite Olympics.
What medal winner made the best impression on you?
Well, the one I remember really well was a guy named Ross Rebagliati, who was very, very funny.
Skeet shooting?
No, he was for sliding. He was a snowboarder.
Oh.
And after I interviewed him, and the next day, they stripped him of his medal because he was stoned while he was actually getting the event.
But doesn't that tell you if he's stoned, then... I mean, is it a performance enhancing drug?
No,
I think yes.
Why?
Oh, well,
especially not then.
Because I think
2002?
you sink into your board a little bit more. Does that not make sense?
No, not in the slightest.
Well, Kevin Durant plays high. He microdoses before a game.
Yeah, I mean, snowboarders all get high.
Microdosing, you're not actually getting high.
Well, he says he is.
Oh, then he's not microdosing. He's dosing.
Yeah, dosing. I don't know.
Was Apollo Anton Ono in that?
Yes, he was.
Oh,
yeah, he was
cool.
great.
Yeah.
He was great. He's like this tall. He's not a tall man.
Small man.
Yeah, small man.
Fast.
But those were some Olympics. I'll tell you what, those are my favorite ones. Originally, I was like, it's just in the United States. How interesting can it be? Turned out to be the best Olympics I did.
Well, if you want to go down a rabbit hole, you better get the Jazz now, like this year and next year, because Danny Ainge has basically hijacked the draft along with Sam Presti from Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he trades a star, he gets not like 1 or 2 picks. He gets like 6 or 8 picks. He got that when he traded Donovan Mitchell. He got that when he traded Rudy Gobert. Heck, the other day, I think we attached picks to get him to take Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Right.
I mean, he's going to have so many picks, and, Danny Ainge is pretty shrewd anyway. He's going to have so many picks in the next 5 years that they're going to be really good before. But by around the time the Olympics come to L.A., the Jazz are going to be in the top half of the Western Conference.
Yeah, he's doing like the Sam Presti thing, right?
Right.
Just accumulating as many draft picks as possible. And I always say draft picks are draft picks, and you never know. But if you have a whole bunch of them, you're more likely to hit.
Right.
On the right guy. So, all right. I said to Bergman before the show, I said, let's make this a really fun, loose, let her rip kind of show. It's your last show before break. Ireland, just let her rip.
Okay.
Okay.
If that's the case, I'm going to send you. You guys know my friend David Locke, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about David Locke today. Yeah.
Okay, so these games.
Were you really?
I, honest to God, was.
Yeah, I'll see him tonight. I saw him the other night. These games have been so one-sided. I'm going to send it to Brian.
Mm-hmm. That
David is forced to try and make these games entertaining by hook or by crook. And you'll be, I'll share with you, it's going to take Brian a minute to set it up, so we'll do it in the next segment.
Okay.
But I'll share with you how David is passing the time when the Jazz are bad, and it's really, really funny.
Cool. We will do that coming up next. Plus, Dave Roberts doesn't have a contract for next year. Did an interview. He's talking about that. We'll get to it. Pitchers and catchers have reported for camp, and we are waiting for the start of full spring training, but it's officially here. It is officially here.
Yeah, somebody told me that Shohei threw today.
Yeah, he's doing bullpens.
Yeah, I think I read yesterday he threw a bullpen, yeah.
I think Roki threw a bullpen yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds like he may not be ready to go to like May.
Right. It's going to be May, June when he
But they did announce
Which
that.
is why I'm going to win the bet with Mason where he's saying the Dodgers are going to win 113 games.
They have so many starting pitchers,
They're not
John.
gonna need the
They are
starting
not.
pitchers.
Right,
Seriously,
let's see.
they are so loaded.
Let's see.
By the way, starting pitchers in Japan will be Yamamoto and Sasaki.
Most likely Sasaki, depending on what he does in spring training, but yes.
Yeah. So
Is that a shock to you?
I
that
am
the
not
two
shocked.
Japanese pitchers are pitching in Japan?
I am not
Okay.
stunned by that whatsoever. All right, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you've been thinking about selling your house, the real estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, you got to call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be expensive and complicated, and you might not want people coming in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process so easy, the seller walks away happy. They may even offer you $10,000 to help with moving expenses. You can get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
The Luka era is on for the purple and gold.
And the NBA has never seen anything like this.
Rebound, Luka. Length of the court pass, LeBron. Lay it up and in.
Luka and LeBron, two of the greatest, are now together, and it's looking unstoppable.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic, and it wasn't in the All-Star game.
Catch the dynamic duo as they dominate and make history in real time, right here on the home of Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is Our Game, AvnerGat.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Clogged drain? No problem. Call Next Gen today to book your $88 drain cleaning. That's right. For just $88, you'll receive a professional drain cleaning to keep your home flowing smoothly all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN for your $88 drain cleaning.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Ticket Thursday alert. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, and Sierra Hall. All live at the Hollywood Bowl for the Outlaw Music Festival on May 16th. Tickets are on sale now, but you can win yours right here. This Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA, we're hooking up listeners with 4 pairs of tickets to see these legendary artists take the stage. Tune in Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Outlaw Music Festival, May 16th. Willie, Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hall. Presented by Live Nation. Don't miss it.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
Juan will look at me at some point tonight and say, are you even enjoying this?
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
So, Ireland, you cannot see me, but I'm getting many comments around the office because what I decided to do was to shave everything on my face except my mustache and just on my chin right there.
So you're going for a goatee?
Well, it's not really a goatee.
It's a Van Dyke.
It's a Van Dyke, not a goatee. A Van Dyke means that the mustache is not connected to down here.
He has the goat part on his chin and the mustache, but nothing in the middle.
And by the way, Juan says you look absolutely ridiculous.
All right, good.
That's what he said on my way out the door.
I'm glad he's doing it too. And just get rid of the bottom part.
I'm going to
see just the.
I'm going to go full porn stash.
Just
like everybody around here. Everybody's got a porn stash around here.
Ask Parker
Why not?
Bell.
Parker Bell's got a porn stash. Anthony's got a porn stash.
No,
it really works.
Parker, it really works, he says.
There's a name for it that I'm
I
not
got a little bit
on
of
the
this
air, of the thing in the
patch.
middle.
Yeah,
the
patch.
soul
The
patch.
soul patch.
Okay,
Yeah, soul patch.
It's a much better name
yes,
for it.
Yes, it is. It is not what you're thinking you should say.
What you should save.
Yeah. All right, so Ireland, you've called some games. You were the voice of the Lakers during some really rough years.
Yeah, when between Kobe and LeBron, it got really bad.
Yes.
But David Locke is living that now. My friend David Locke, who has my job with the Jazz. So the challenge is, I'm lucky because I get to work with Michael, and Michael is very acerbic. He'll talk about anything. Like you literally could ask him, Michael, give me 30 seconds on gravel, and he would be able to do it. But David works by himself a lot, and then sometimes he works with Ron Boone. This year he's been working with Ron Boone.
Mm-hmm.
The game got so bad the other night that they were forced to come up with anything to remain entertaining. And listen to what he came up. You remember that they gave out those Luka shirts?
Yeah, the 77s, yeah.
There was one on the back of every shirt, or one
chair.
on the back of every chair, right? All right, so here's David making an observation because the game was so one-sided, he didn't want to talk about the game. He talked about this instead. It runs about a minute. Here you go.
Dirk Nowitzki still sitting courtside. Adele still waving at Ron Boone. Hi, Adele. Adele looks to be taking her Luka Doncic shirt, wrapping up. She's got 5 of them. Adele's got 6 of them. Adele taking every Luka Doncic shirt you could imagine. She's picking up them from underneath the chairs, grabbing extra ones from other people's seats, asking people if they've got extras. Adele is going to clothe the neighborhood in Luka Doncic shirts today. She's got 7 of them underneath her left arm, wrapped up, and she now switches them to the right arm, wondering whether she can handle it. She and Rich Paul leave. She gives it to her assistant. Her assistant has now got the
That was fantastic.
I
That
told
was
him
fantastic.
I've never been more jealous of him.
Yeah, I guess you can get away with most anything if your team is down, 25 or whatever it was.
27-02 is a 25-point
25 points.
So, Ireland, can you do something like that tonight? Like, let's say the Lakers are up by 30 in the fourth quarter. Can you find something that's happening in the crowd and just do something similar to that?
Well,
He's
I don't
trying to get a beer, but
Yeah.
they won't sell it to him. He's from the Church of Latter-day Saints.
I can't do what.
No,
I can't do,
that's not going to happen.
Yeah, we're not going to make fun of any religions.
No,
Um,
leave that. Well, a bit of mockery.
Okay.
But what they used to do in the old days was they would have a hat. I can't even do this. Like in 2025, you can't even get away with this. But in the old days, like when the Bulls played the Jazz back in the Stockton and Malone days, I knew somebody on that Bulls team, and he told me that they would all throw $20 in a hat. And the first person who could find anyone who wasn't white, so you could go Hispanic, Black, Asian, anyone who wasn't white. The first person who found one who was not paid to be there, like it couldn't be an usher, or a family member, or like Karl Malone's wife. Or it had to be somebody that was there of their own volition, got all the money in the hat. And they said a lot of nights they didn't even give away the money. Couldn't find anybody.
Right.
So we are.
I wouldn't necessarily do that today.
No, I don't think you can
in this day and age.
No, I don't think you can. Like just even bringing it up, you would get in trouble. But they used to do that in the old days.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, I am so excited for baseball season right now. I mean, and we'll do Lakers coming up because it's great. The Lakers are rolling too, but baseball season is really interesting. It is just around the corner, and baseball. We love James Earl Jones saying the word baseball. So, Ireland, you found this. Dave Roberts was talking to Buster Olney, and people may not realize this, but Dave does not have a contract past this year.
Yeah, he's got one more year left on his deal.
So here is Dave talking to Buster Olney about his contract situation.
Nearing the end of your contract, how are you going to handle that?
You know, I think that we have just started talking, and so I think for me is I'm hopeful, but I'm going to focus on winning games. I'm going to focus on getting better as a manager. Getting our guys prepared for opening day for this great season to win another championship, and hopefully everything takes care of itself. But it's about value, and I just love this organization. But yeah, you want to feel your value, absolutely.
So, anybody concerned?
I think they'll sign him.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's weird that he's in a lame duck year after just winning the World Series. So my guess is I think it gets done. I don't know if it's before opening day, but definitely before the All-Star break.
You know what it
do you
is?
guys think?
It's exactly like the Mason and Ireland situation.
Just go all the way to the end.
We're in our lame duck year.
Yeah.
And they're going to wait until the last minute. And I've been assured make an offer, right? Is that correct?
I don't see why you're doing this to me right now. But either way, you have 134 days, 1 hour, 22 minutes,
be honest,
and 20
seconds. It's really not up to Greg. I mean, this is like the Luka trade. Everybody's blaming Nico.
Yeah.
But these owners, you can tell by the way they're responding now that they're doing interviews and talking to people. These owners were behind
Now,
it.
Momo disagrees with you.
Fine.
She says it is, her reporting is that it's Nico.
Well, I think what Nico was told was that, they didn't stop him, right?
They did not stop him from doing it, no.
So, that would be...
an owner could have said, no, you're not doing this.
Yeah, and they didn't do it.
And they didn't. By the way, Mark Cuban was talking about this with, of all people, Bill Gates. Listen to Mark Cuban and Bill Gates in this conversation right here.
And so I wanted to start off with a question because you've been in, unique situations and maybe you can help. If after you left Microsoft, you found out that Steve Ballmer traded Windows 11, like the new hot operating system, for Windows 10, the Hall of Fame, but older. What would you do? I might have to hide from the press. I know a couple other people that are in that situation.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what. Now, we talked about this yesterday, but the kicking of the fans out who have the Fire Nico sign or the chanting of Fire Nico or the funny one was the guy, and this was the guy that got jacked. He did have the sign, but before that, he was on the big board in Dallas, and he, during Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, he was very clearly mouthing Fire Nico.
Right.
And then had the sign and then got booted. It's just, you know what it is? It's just calling attention to how petty the organization is.
Yeah, and can I make an observation that Cuban rant there? Remember when Cuban sold his share of the Mavericks and he became a minority owner?
Yep.
And he said, nothing's changed. I'm still going to be in charge of all basketball decisions. That never, ever is the case. The minute you give up majority control, you're done. And you can say, yeah, they're going to let me continue to run this and nothing's changed. The minute you said there can only be one guy in charge of a franchise, and the buck is going to stop somewhere. And so Mark tried to sell all the Maverick fans that, hey, I'm going to be in charge. This is just a title change. And sure enough, he's not the governor. He's not in charge, and they traded Luka out from under him.
Yeah, well, you know what's weird about that is, I guess the term is controlling owner. Like, you can have a minority share and be a controlling owner. George W. Bush only ever owned 1% of the Texas Rangers.
Al Davis.
Al Davis, right.
Yeah.
And so if you're in control, like Tom Brady potentially is that, even with only
10,
5% of the
5?
team. Yeah, 5% of the team, and he's making big decisions for the team. He's not necessarily the controlling owner, but he certainly has some control and some sway with Mark Davis right now. So, yeah, but I mean, Cuban obviously has – they're not letting him touch the steering wheel anymore.
Well, that's like, when people like Morales want to fire Dave Roberts and get rid of Dave Roberts. Half the time, Dave Roberts isn't making the lineup. Probably
No,
most
it's true.
of the time
Well,
he's
they're
not
working
making the
together
lineup.
on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm of the collaboration belief, but John, you are not.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that's what they told Mark Cuban, that he'd be a collaborator, but he wouldn't have traded Luka.
Did they tell him that?
Yeah,
he
they told
stepped
him his
away.
role wasn't changing.
Oh well, no, he's been fired as an owner. He's
now a silent partner.
Yeah, he has no control over that.
I think he moved away from it probably about 6 months ago. He's like, I'm moving.
Why did
fully.
he do it?
Money. They paid him 4 times what the value was. It was like the greatest deal ever. I think he paid $200 million when he bought the team, and they gave him billions.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, he's a
any of us would
businessman.
have done it.
Yeah.
I'll do some reporting for you guys also on your contracts.
Wait a minute, you're going to do reporting on our contracts?
There's every intention of offering you a contract.
Well,
at some point.
That's fine.
I don't know
but-
when.
Okay, go watch Glenn Ross. Get them to sign on the line that is dotted.
So you two have to do
ABC.
that. They just have to offer it, which is going to come at some point.
A-always-be-be-C
in the next.
closing. Always be closing.
That's you, Bergman. You're not
Always
closing.
Be closing.
Always.
I'm
be
not
closing.
the closer in this situation, but in some time within the next 134 days,
Where in the
you'll get
trust?
offered something.
Where in the trust tree is Bergman in terms of you're below a lot of people on the trust tree?
Well,
Well, he doesn't sign the
You're not
checks.
the closer.
I don't know.
You're
not
like
the
a
closer.
setup guy. You're
Yeah,
like a middle
sure,
reliever.
sure.
You're
I'm
an
Kevin
innings
Johnson
eater.
now with
yeah,
the
you're
Angels.
you're an innings
I'm
eater.
a setup man.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a setup man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're actually a bulk reliever.
A bulk
You're
reliever,
Landon
sure.
Knack.
Yeah, I can give multiple innings.
Bulk reliever, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, going to spin the wheel of questions. Yes.
Chumba.
Time for some chumba at Chumba Casino. The action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase is necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Thick bingo and solitaire and slots and blackjack. I was playing blackjack over the weekend. Hundreds of games. You never run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. The game is on. Suit up. Take your shot. Let's...
Chumba.
There's Momo jumping on that.
Chumba.
Chumba.
Head to ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Excellent disclaimer. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap is 710 ESPN.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right, my wheel today, and let's see. This is interesting. Okay, so there is a brand new Culture Pop podcast out today. It's on YouTube, Apple, Spotify.
Who's in it? Who's the guest?
It is Wendy McClendon-Covey, who is so damn funny from Bridesmaids, and she's from St. Denis Medical, and she was with the Goldbergs for 10 years. Really, really funny. And one of the things we do is talk about the best movies now that we've seen everything from 2024, the best movies of 2024. So the question is, what movie in the last year have you watched that you just loved, that you could recommend?
I don't watch very many movies anymore.
You can recommend a show, too.
The show I've been trying lately, it hasn't caught on yet, is a show called Paradise on Hulu.
I am watching it, too, with Sterling K. Brown and Julianne Nicholson. I think that's a great show.
Sarah Shahi, too.
Yeah.
And, who was in Sex Life and was so good in it.
Yeah, I'm like 5 episodes in on that. That is a really good show.
Are you sticking with it, though?
I'm going to. I'm going to stick. I think it's a really interesting premise. I don't want to give anything away because there's a surprise twist early, but it's definitely worth watching. So I like that one.
The first episode.
You liked Landman a lot.
Loved it.
Yeah, Landman is fun. Yeah. That's a good one. Bergman, what about you?
I mean, Traders is 2025.
Traders counts.
So it counts?
It
Then
counts.
Traders 100%.
I love
that
Traders.
show is great.
Who else is on Traders here?
Brian is.
Brian, you're
sure.
watching
I love
Traders?
that show. Seen all the different variations, too, like the different countries. There's a
yes.
bunch.
Oh,
They're
there's
all so
one
good.
watched around the world.
Yeah,
Traders?
there's like a New Zealand, Australia, UK.
Do you know who the other people are in those?
There's like a couple.
Are we allowed to say who got bounced last week?
Last week? It's probably late enough.
Is it late enough? he had it coming.
It was going to happen.
It was always
going to
happen.
They should have kept him there, though.
Yeah, no, they should have.
They didn't bounce my boy Sandoval, did they?
No. By the way, he
Sandoval
is
episode.
a total loser. He is
Right, but that's
Sandoval
bad at this game.
is so bad. Everybody
That's why
else,
you need him there.
everybody else makes fun of him. He's such a dork.
See, that's the thing. He's going to go far, John, because he's so bad at it, and they know he's
not a threat.
He's not a
Right,
threat
right,
in the
right.
slightest. So you just let him stay around for a while. Although
Yeah.
he did get the right guy this week.
Yeah.
Last week.
Oh, Boston Rob. All
Boston
right,
Rob. See
Brian,
you
what
later,
about
buddy.
you? Anything?
I mean, the first couple things that came to my mind were animated movies.
Okay.
Pixar Inside Out 2, I think, was last
You
year.
liked that a lot?
I liked that
Yeah,
one. Was
it's
pretty good. And the most recent movie I think I've seen was Mufasa.
Oh, did you
I
like
actually
Mufasa?
really liked that one,
That's
yeah.
like a prequel to The Lion King, right?
Yeah.
Was it better than the first one where it just looked like it was like lions talking? It looked very
yes,
strange.
I think it was better than the first
Okay.
live action.
But it is lions talking, right?
Right,
You can't get
yes.
around
Yeah,
that.
but it was-
the
it was-
lions are
but,
having
good
conversations.
movie,
It
good
looked like they
Yeah.
had a real lion and they just put a fake mouth on it moving. It looked really weird.
Lisa and I watched the Amy Schumer movie last night on Netflix.
What's the Amy Schumer movie?
The kind of pregnant movie?
Is that new?
Yeah, brand new. She was promoting it last week at the Laker-Knicks game. The whole cast was there. Will Forte from SNL's in it.
Oh, nice.
I'd give it a B.
A B?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a movie that I give an A to. And again, my whole list is on the podcast, but strongly recommend, and I can almost guarantee you now that it's going to win Best Picture, is a movie called Honora, which is about a stripper played by Mikey Madison who runs off with the son of a Russian oligarch, and they get married, and it's what happens from there. It is really entertaining, really fun. Ireland, you would especially love this movie. Many of the scenes are very authentic.
Shot in strip clubs?
Yeah, shot
God
in
bless
strip
'em.
clubs. And apparently
I'll
she
support
did
them.
all of it herself. So, check that out. Nobody else? Brian, you going to watch it?
I'll check it out. Yeah, I haven't seen it. So
Yeah. Did I have you at stripper?
You did, yes.
Hey, Mace, I have a
takes.
question for you since you're a Rams season ticket
Yes.
holder. You know that ticker that runs along the bottom of Sports
I
Center?
do,
and-
sure. I'm
okay,
looking
so-
at a ticker right now.
All right. So I noticed yesterday that the Giants, the New York Football Giants, hired a guy named Chad Hall to be their assistant quarterbacks coach. Do you know who Chad Hall is?
Yeah, that's his brother-in-law.
He is Kelly Stafford's brother.
Yes.
So Matthew Stafford's brother-in-law is now the assistant quarterbacks coach for the Lions. As a Rams fan, you already know that they're trying to work out a deal with Stafford. He's probably underpaid. Do you fear losing Stafford to the Giants now that Chad Hall is on their staff?
Okay, so I'm going to go, because we talked a little bit about this yesterday, I'm going to go to Adam Schefter on this subject. Here you go.
I don't think because they're hiring Chad Hall, we can say, oh, they're getting Matthew Stafford. But it's one of those things that makes you go, And I could say that both sides are interested in doing that, working it out with each other. If they can't, then yes. I think that Chad Hall thing becomes more interesting than it already is. Right now, it's one of those things you're watching, but you're waiting to see what happens first in L.A. with Stafford and the Rams.
Now, I personally think the Rams are going to do whatever it takes to keep Stafford.
I do too.
I cannot imagine him leaving this situation where they were on the precipice of going to the NFC Championship game. They were very, very close at the end of that game with Philly. They were the only team that could play with Philly during the postseason this year. So I think it would be nuts to leave. And I think it would be crazy of all the destinations to go to the Giants because they are terrible. It's like, why would you, if you're 36 years old, want to go to a rebuild situation? I don't care if my brother-in-law's. Yeah, but Ireland, do you want to go out in a blaze of terribleness, or do you want to go out with a chance to win?
Well, I'll just put us in the example. You talked about the fact that our contracts are up at the end of this year.
Yes.
All right.
Again,
If a bad station offers us a boatload of money, we're closer to the end than we are to the beginning. So we have to seriously consider it, just because it's your last bite at the. You know what this is? It would be the equivalent of Matthew Stafford going to the Live Tour.
Yeah.
In golf. You know, he's going to a place where no one's going to see him play, and he's dropping a step in class if he goes to the Giants. but he'll have so much money that his family's family will be set up for the rest of his life.
Well, I mean, his family's family is already set up. I mean, he made $50 million this year, right? He's doing okay. I just think if you're that close to the end, why would you go somewhere and try to duplicate what you did in Detroit all those years, toiling away in absolute obscurity?
Because he already got his ring.
Yeah, but still, don't you want a chance to win? I mean, I don't know. It feels like it's more about championships at this point than it is about just cash.
Well, I would. It depends how much. I mean, if the Rams are going to offer him 30 and the Giants are going to offer him 50, I think he goes to the Giants.
Yeah, no, I think the Rams are going to offer him the going rate, somewhere between $40 and $50 million. Yeah.
So are you advocating to going to a lesser quality for more money? While you're talking about you're talking about your
in other words, toiling away in obscurity for more money,
for just a little bit more.
See,
money, possibly.
And by the way, you said last bite of the apple. I got a whole apple to eat. I'm not getting. There's a whole apple. There's a bushel of apples. I am not going to get. This deal is not going to be my last bite at the apple.
All right, so you're turning 60 this year, right?
I am, but I'm
all
up.
right. How many 65-year-old sports talk show hosts are there in Los Angeles?
Let
me help.
How old's Rogan?
0.
Yeah. How old's Fred?
But he's in Palm Springs.
Well, no, but he's still doing a show.
Here. Yeah, Fred might. Well,
Fred's.
He's close.
I mean, he's right up. I think Fred's older than I am, isn't he?
Fred Rogan,
I think
67.
67. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Right.
So
Fred's
I can
our
totally
idol.
do it. Yeah. But I mean, back in the day, it was not so weird. And I also think I have broken most rules in my career, done stupid stuff, and I don't see why I'm not the guy that stands out into his 70s.
Okay.
Into his 70s. That's
I
the
like
magic
it.
number.
You're Pete Carroll.
I am. I'm Pete Carroll.
There you go.
I'm like a kid out here.
World's oldest Gen Zer at this point.
Yeah, no, exactly. World's oldest something.
We want you here, Ireland. That's all that matters. We want you here.
We'll see how much.
We should do the entire negotiation on the radio.
Should we get everybody involved?
Yeah, get everybody
great
involved.
idea.
Yeah, get Craig and Justin and everybody.
And Justin, yeah.
Big
Let's get
room.
Jimmy Pitaro in
Jimmy
here with
Pitaro.
it.
It
Let's
would
get
get
it all the way
ratings.
to the top.
Yeah,
Burke,
would get
come on down,
ratings.
Burke.
It would get ratings, that's for sure.
Hey, I'll tell you that.
All right, let's do some sports graffiti here. So, Lakers on the floor again tonight in Utah. We are told that Luka is probable, that LeBron is questionable, but he's always questionable, and Gabe Vincent and DFS both unavailable tonight. But what do you think of where we are with the Lakers? Were you there on Monday night? Where do you think the ceiling is for this team? All that kind of stuff. Dodgers open spring training. Any concern about Dave not having a contract? And any concern, if you're a Rams fan, of Matthew Stafford moving on to play with his brother-in-law? It sounds dumb.
Seems weird.
It does seem
Yeah.
weird. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Your calls coming in next. Mason and Ireland, 710-ESPN.
Okay, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. If you toss your food scraps in the regular trash, it sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, and helps protect the planet. If you're ready to do your part, visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle.
The city of champions just got even brighter.
From Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Luka's rocking the purple and gold, teaming up with LeBron, the king himself.
Here comes LeBron, back the other way. LeBron down the middle. Another three. Good again!
And don't forget about Austin Reeves, ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous.
On 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Real love begins with self-love. So, yeah. Hello, Sage Spa. Book my massage for Tuesday morning. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get a classic car Bluetooth speaker when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 18th.
Number 2.
Shy and Montel Jordan, live February 15th. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
President's Day freebie. Rewards members get an American flag trucker hat free, the 17th.
Morongo, good times.
Hey, John Ireland here. Downsizing, inheriting a home, want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and closing days or on your timeline. Sellers Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $10,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no obligation offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Derrick Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL. That's the name you can't think of.
For a second, yeah.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, so sports graffiti time. By the way, Juan just texted me. He's in Ticketmaster hell. We're supposed to have advance rights to buy Beyonce tickets, and it's all falling apart. It's the same thing that happened with Taylor Swift, so I don't know if we're going to get... She's doing like six nights at SoFi.
6 nights?
6 nights at SoFi, yeah. She's selling them out.
All right. Sell out fast, too.
Fast,
so
yeah.
you've lost them all.
Lost them all. 877-710 ESPN. Whatever you got is fair game. Let's go to Skip. Skip, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Skip.
Hey, good afternoon. I haven't called in a while. I just was thinking about you the other day, and I had a question for you because I'm a Packer fan. My kids are Packer fan. Grandkids are Packer, even though none of us live in Wisconsin. And it got me thinking, when you were younger, who did you support in Ohio? Like, you had to have some team back there you followed because that's when you make your most, strong attachment.
Yes.
And
okay.
I don't think you've ever the Rams, I believe you said when you were young.
As a
but
little
I don't think I've ever heard of anybody else.
Yeah, as a little kid, I was a gigantic Rams fan in the 70s.
Is it because you like the helmets?
Partly, you know what, John? I'm an Aries.
Okay.
In my head, it's the ram. And
Okay.
Aries, the sign. So I think that did have something to do with it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, my dad was a Cowboy fan. My brother was a Raiders fan. My mom was a Steelers fan. And I wanted a team that was good and in it every year. And I happened to pick the team that didn't get there till 1979. And I picked the team that had a different quarterback every year, from Joe Namath to Burt Jones to John Hadel to just Dieter Brock and
James Harris, Pat Hayden.
It was crazy they went through so many quarterbacks.
Ron Jaworski.
So, yeah, exactly. So that was my little kid team. And I also rooted for the Texas Rangers when I was a little kid.
Why the Rangers?
Because when I was 7, the Rangers actually started their franchise. And I thought, I'm going to start at the very beginning.
On the ground floor.
Brand
with,
new team.
With Bump Wills.
Bump Wills and Toby Herra and Mike
and
Hargrove.
Odie McDowell.
Exactly.
And Ruben Sierra.
Mickey Rivers and John Matlack. And I can name Rangers all day. Buddy Bell. Let's go to Pat. Pat, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Pat?
Hey, got a trade proposal for you.
Good.
He wants to go to the Giants, right?
Yeah, well, we don't know that he wants to. The Giants are reportedly interested in Matthew.
Well, let's give the Giants Stafford and Kupp. Bengals will get the Giants' number 1 pick plus additional picks, plus the Rams' number 1 pick, and the Rams get Joe Burrow, and then sign T. Higgins.
Yeah, I you know what? I'm sure they're working on that even as we speak. That is the most complex made-up trade I have ever heard.
Is there an NFL trade machine?
Let me put an
Can
end
you
to
do
it
that?
right now.
Yeah.
There is no way Joe Burrow is getting traded from
No.
the Bengals. None. He
No.
grew up in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He's perfect for them.
No, in fact, he's talking about
I would've
restructuring his
you know
deal
what,
right
though?
now.
I would have said the same thing a month ago about Luka. So what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, things unexpected can happen. My hunch is that Joe Burrow is going to be there, and Matthew Stafford's going to be here, and his brother-in-law is going to be in the quarterback's room with the Giants.
Most likely scenario, right?
Yeah, with Cam Ward or whoever they happen to wind up. By the way, that's the thing with the Giants. They're going to draft one of those guys. I just looked at a mock. They're number 3. I've seen TJ Hunter going number 2, and
Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter going number 2, and then Shador falling to 3, which would fall right into the Giants' laps.
And they would love that.
Yeah.
So that would be perfectly fine. But I would imagine it's going to go 1-2 quarterback. They both need quarterbacks.
I know, but they love Travis Hunter.
Probably.
They love him.
But still, if you want a quarterback, you should go quarterback there. It makes the most sense.
Right. Let's go to TJ. TJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, TJ?
Yo, what's going on? So I want to comment on the Lakers. I definitely liked what I saw this past week playing the Jazz. I want to see Luka play off the ball a little bit more. I felt like when he don't have the ball in hand, it's kind of like he just kind of hangs in the corner a little bit, like it's kind of like AAU basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see that improve. With the big man, I feel like the Lakers got enough money and resources to where we can keep developing the Jackson Hayes and, the Christian Coloco, and we don't really have to worry about so much as playing the big man because they got to worry about Luka and LeBron. Last thing I want to say, though, I wanted to ask you guys this last week. I couldn't get through. Is Anthony Davis the top 5 big man Laker of all time, and do we retire his jersey? Thanks, guys.
That's good.
Okay, so let's think. If you're going to go big man of all time, it's Shaq, Kareem,
Wilt,
George Mikan, Wilt. That's 4. Would AD be the 5th?
Does Powell count in that conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Powell got us 2 titles, 3 trips to the finals. AD only got us 1. I think he's just outside the top 5, but if you make an argument that you want to put Anthony Davis in the top 5 all-time and Laker big man, I wouldn't fight you on it.
No.
I think the first 3, in whatever order you want to put them, are Kareem, Shaq, and Wilt. And then after that, fill it in.
Yeah, I would say Anthony Davis is probably right there at 5.
Makes the most sense. Oh, you're going to put him over Mikan.
Well, yeah, I'm going to put him over
Powell
Mike.
has to be up there.
Yeah, I don't. There's not a lot of Mike on YouTube, is there? Is there a lot of Mike?
I don't think they had that much video back then.
It's right next to the Bob Pettit video. I mean, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to speak to guys that I never saw play. It's just really difficult to do. Let's go to Lane. Lane, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Lane?
I was wondering if John could speak to the what he's seeing when he's close up and very like in close proximity to the team. What he's seeing from JJ. I went to the first Luka game the other day, and there are times on TV where I see JJ just getting so animated, whether it's good or bad, connecting with players, and also just he clearly has LeBron's buy-in on defense. And we've never really seen LeBron buy into a coach the way that he is with JJ. I'm just curious, John, what are you seeing from him that's different from the past few coaches that we've seen with the Lakers and just in general around the league? Because it's clearly something like
it's so interesting you bring this up because I was talking to some people the other day about this. Like everybody who's gotten the Laker job, whether it be Mike D'Antoni or Byron Scott or Luke Walton or Frank Vogel or Darvin Ham, they all say as soon as they get hired that the key to all of it is the defense. You have to fix the defense. Except none of them ever really did. Vogel was the closest.
Mm-hmm.
The
He had
year
a top
they won,
2 defense.
Yeah, the year they won the title in the bubble, they were right there. But they couldn't sustain it once they traded for Westbrook and everything shifted the next year. This is the best defense I've seen the Lakers play since they went to 3 straight finals in 08, 9, and 10. I don't know how he did it. I think when JJ started, he got the job because of his relationship with LeBron, and everybody wondered if he would grow into it. And now I think he's right there. I actually think in his first season he's in the top. There's 30 teams in the NBA. I would put him in the top half.
And their defense is staying that good even when now that Anthony Davis is gone, Max Christie is gone, and when LeBron wasn't playing and Luka wasn't playing.
Well, they're playing over the last 5 games. Their defense is number 1 in the NBA.
It's still very, very good.
They're playing with so much
DFS
energy, so much desire. It's DFS and it's Vando and it's long wings.
Gabe Vincent is playing really well. I mean, you're just getting a lot of buy-in from a lot of these other guys that are not the big-time stars.
I think JJ has been through a whirlwind, especially when he lost his house in the fires.
Sure.
And, had to, and I think he's just kind of trying to survive day to day. But he's grown into this job pretty quickly. Through one half of his first season, I would put him in the top 15 of coaches in the NBA, and that's saying something because the Lakers have been looking for a long time. Ever since Phil left, we changed the coach every 2 to 3 years. So hopefully this is the guy.
Yeah, and a lot of it he's done with essentially the same. I mean, now Luka's here, but essentially the same roster as last year, and a big leap in terms of talent and success.
Is it fair, John, to say that when they got DFS, their defense fully changed?
Well, think about this. Luka got this job because he had a really good relationship with LeBron, and LeBron respected his basketball IQ. Then he gets in there, and Rob asks him, well, who would you want on your team? He goes, well, if you can get Dorian Finney-Smith, he's like the perfect role player. He contributes on offense, and he locks people up on defense. And then after that, they got Vando healthy, and he came back. And then they go out and trade for Luka. So it's a completely different team than he had in training camp. But he's making them. I mean, this defense, guys, I don't know how they're doing it, but LeBron is moving his feet on defense now. LeBron was a 6-time all-defense player early in his career. But in the last 5 years, nobody's accused LeBron of being Defensive Player of the Year. He's back to playing defense.
He's playing defense like it's June right now.
By the way, odds to win NBA Coach of the Year for this year. Obviously, Kenny Atkinson is number one, and is going to win. He's going to win. But
because Mark Daigneault won last year.
Right. Daigneault won last year. I mean, Taylor Jenkins.
Doka will get some votes.
J.B. Bickerstaff, Emma Doka. JJ's right there. JJ's right there. He's at number 6 on the list. So I just think this team is playing with such energy, such desire, such a defensive focus. He's got a buy-in from everybody, and now you add Luka. I just think the ceiling is incredibly high for this team. Let's get one more in here. Let's go to Isaac. Isaac, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening?
2 points. First of all, how much is Alex Len going to elevate their team? And 2, if the Rams are trading Stafford, they should definitely involve a third team to get some good quarterback because they're at this rate, they're like pretty average playoff team every year, so they're not going to really have the greatest first-round picks to draft a quarterback.
Okay. There's 2 things there.
Okay, so Alex Len, I think, is going to be a role player. I think of him as another Jackson Hayes. I don't think Alex Len is coming in here to save the day.
But, John, to correct me, bigger, bulkier, more physical than Jackson Hayes, and a little bit more defensive-focused and not as bouncy as Jackson.
Yeah, that's all fair. But I don't think he's going to play more than 15, 20 minutes a game.
I am prepared for, I saw this on Twitter, Len Sanity. How about that? Len Sanity.
Bring it on.
If he plays more than 15 minutes a game,
Len Sanity.
It's too much.
You only got to fill 48, and for at least 10 to 15 of those minutes, let's call it 15, they won't have a center. So that takes you down to 33. If Jackson Hayes plays 20 and Alex Len plays 13, I'm good.
Totally fine with that.
Yeah. All right, there you have it. There's your Sports Graffiti. Coming up next for you, why don't we do this? Let's meet Dodo.
Who's Dodo?
I know who it is.
Let's meet him. Next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Listen to me. I don't know anything about Alex Len except one thing. 31 years old and Ukrainian. Ukrainian people are tough. That's all I know, and he gonna be tough. So, George, I don't know what Alex Len is gonna bring to the Lakers other than toughness. What do you think about that? I guess, yeah, for sure.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. For a limited time, Next Gen is offering ESPN LA listeners a free water heater flush and anode rod with any plumbing repair. That's right. Keep your water heater running smoothly and extend its life with this complimentary service only from Next Gen. This is a great opportunity to make sure your water heater is in top condition while enjoying the professional, trustworthy service that comes with every Next Gen plumbing repair. Comprehensive multi-point inspections. NextGen provides root cause investigations for lasting solutions, not just surface level fixes. NextGen is here to help keep your home safe and comfortable. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Call 833-3NEXTGen. That's 833-3NEXGEN today to claim your free water heater flush and anode rod with every plumbing repair.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGen.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40, so I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina's way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text EDGE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 321-321. That's EDGE to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Oh, no! Oh, you are bleeding.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Have you ever seen the rain?
Is it raining there?
It is raining.
It is raining.
Yeah, it's a big rain day. And I don't know if you know this or not, but special appearance on yesterday's show
from
Dallas Reigns.
Oh, I did hear about this. Now, did you ask him if he ever appeared in a practice or a game for Florida State?
Funny you should ask. Brian, do you know why I grew up or why I often reference you?
Please tell
I
me.
reference you as a former backup quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles.
Well, that's that.
There is some truth. There is some truth to it, right?
Yes, like all urban legends, there's a little truth to it, and then but we have to straighten it out. Though I was a walk-on there, but I never played, Steve. You've got to have talent to play at that level.
Yeah,
and I figured it out. And then there's another thing too, Ramona. You need durability. Like I would get under center. And the center would snap the ball and like a dislocated finger. I mean, that's
man. But you got to practice. You practiced with the team. That's real.
Well, yeah, I did for a little while until I broke my wrist. And, when I was there, it was before Bobby Bowden. Okay. So we had a coach named Darryl Mudra, great guy, but they ran the bone and the veer. And that was not me.
So he was not a bone and a veer quarterback, and it sounds like his career was ended by a broken wrist. That's what I heard.
His career was
ended by a broken wrist.
On
Did you get that same thing, John, that his career was ended because of a broken wrist?
You're an idiot. He had no career. I told you that before.
Wait a minute. There's truth to this.
Never in a practice, never in a game.
But there's a kernel of truth.
Wait a minute. How are you on the team if you never appeared in a practice and never appeared in the game? How is he a former backup quarterback
What if I
at
say
Florida State?
former Florida State walk-on quarterback Dallas Reigns?
Might want
That's
to make it a little bit longer.
technically correct.
Was in a practice once, then broke his wrist, and then never was on it again.
Injury cut his career short.
Like a grain of sand in the
He was at a total of one practice?
He didn't. I don't know
say
if he
how many.
specified the number of practices, but I still believe I am technically right. Which I was also technically right about the national anthem. I brought this up with Bergman yesterday. There's all kinds of controversy about the national anthem. John Batiste did the national anthem. Was it over? Was it under? I had the over, and it came in very close. I think the over was 120.5. And some sportsbook had it at 120, but other sportsbooks had it at 121. John, what's your ruling on that? I'm leaving this up to you.
I think I read an article where 2 of 3 sportsbooks mentioned in the article said he went over, which is what you said he would do.
Yes.
Right? I think you should be paid.
Get your money back, really?
I do.
No, get money. Not
money.
just get my money back.
Oh, you get
win the bet.
So you actually go up 20K.
Correct.
I sent you guys the link to that story today. 2 out of 3 of the major sports books paid the over.
Yeah, exactly. So,
so if we were in
bring
Vegas,
it up.
Ireland, if we were in Vegas, would they? I mean, I guess you have to depend on which
sports
you
book
go
you went to, yeah.
You would actually get paid. So, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, by the way, whenever we talk about Mythical Money, it's brought to you by Chumba Casino. ChumbaCasino.com. Take your shot and play Chumba Casino today.
Fine. You're back up
Thank
to 105. You're in the black again.
By the way, I want to thank Anthony from our social media team who walked in today and handed me one of the Luka Doncic 77 T-shirts from the opening night on Monday.
Did he get it from Adele?
He didn't.
He stole it from Adele.
Adele walked out with an armful of them, according to David Locke. No, he got them in part because of Joseph Merchain, whose intern works in the community affairs part over there at the Lakers. He got it for us. So
okay.
Joseph has been terrific. He's a great guy. All right. By the way, we also want to thank John. We got pizza today on top of everything else.
Wrong day to not be here, John.
It's from Two Doughs in Agora Hills. It's Chadwick Corcoran who brought the pizza in. It is delicious. I'm eating the Detroit-style pizza right now.
It's Two Doughs.
Two Doughs, yes.
As in dodo.
Oh,
so
yes.
Yes.
And that
look how you moved on to that
perfectly.
Greg, I'm surprised. Do you now? Did they tell you who it is?
No. I knew beforehand. I was just playing
We've
along
heard
with
that
the bit.
around.
Yeah, I've always said just play along.
Yeah, I think people think that's an insult, but he likes it. By the way, we're talking about Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his nickname. Everybody calls him Dodo. That's what you're talking about,
yes.
right?
Now, here he is. This is a little piece that the Lakers did with Dodo, kind of who he is and where he's from and all that kind of stuff.
What's up, Laker fans? It's Dorian Finney-Smith. Better yet, it's Dodo. What up?
Smith! Throw it down! Throw it down, Dorian!
It means a lot to put on the Lakers jersey because, Lakers was my favorite team. Being from Virginia, liking the Lakers was a little rough because, you either love the Lakers or you hate them. I'm happy I get to live out my dream. The reason number 17 mean a lot to me is my kids was born on the 17th, my boys, November 17th and March 17th, and my brother who passed away was number 8. Yeah, 1 + 7 is 8. Yeah, my favorite player was Allen Iverson and Kobe. Kobe, just because Lakers was my team, and Allen Iverson just being from my area. And when they played in the championship, I was going through it that series, but whatever team won, I was going to be happy with it. Being from a small town, playing 9 years in the NBA, here now in LA, it's amazing. I know I give a bunch of kids where I'm from a lot of motivation. It feels good when kids look at you as motivation. Everybody probably won't make it in basketball, but just find whatever you love to do and attack it 100%.
There you have it. There's Dodo. A little bit about Dodo, who's been not going to play tonight. Has been ruled out for tonight. He's John. Would you say he's a healthy scratch?
Yeah, he's still on a minutes limit because he had an injury when they traded with him for the Nets. So he's on a minute limit. Gabe Vincent's on a minute limit, and Luka is on a minute limit.
Right.
Everybody else is, all hands on
Luka
deck.
is expected to play tonight, but not DFS and not Gabe Vincent.
Does Alex Len expect to play tonight?
I don't even know if he's here.
Does Lensanity start tonight? Lensanity.
I will. I'll text somebody and find out if he's even in Utah.
Yeah, I want to know when the Alex Len era begins.
The Linsanity era begins?
Linsanity. All right,
Just
so
10
one other
minutes a
thing
game.
I wanted to get to, John. You know I love Waymo. I love these driverless taxis. I've been taking them all over the place. You still haven't gotten in one, have you?
No, and I won't until you do it about 10 times.
Well, I'm
You
there,
probably
man.
have.
I have done it. I quit using Uber and Lyft. I just use because it's cheaper and you don't have to tip. It's a great deal. And now, John, this is apparently closer than we thought. We are very close to flying taxis.
See, I've been waiting for these ever since the Jetsons.
In April of 2019, Elon Musk promised 1 million robo-taxis on the roads. Now, we're not there yet, but we're heading that way. Flying taxis may finally arrive this year thanks to the development of a new breed of electric aircraft that are much quieter than helicopters and potentially greener as well. These apparently lift like directly off the ground. It's it's called the eVTOL aircraft. It's going to start flying and carrying passengers this year here in Los Angeles. Now, would you get on one of these, and for lack of a better term, flying taxis?
Do they have a driver?
Yes, they do have a driver.
How far up off the ground is it going?
It's a good question. I can't answer it. I've got a picture of it, and it looks really cool. It's got propellers facing down and propellers facing forward, so it can go forward and up and down.
All right, Mace, I just texted Mitch Heckert, the head of public relations for the Lakers.
Okay.
I said, is Alex Len available to play tonight? The response, yes, he is.
Len Sandy.
There you go.
Could start tonight.
Wow.
Can
you know,
he
he's
get
from
a
the
foot off the ground?
Ukraine, and when he played at Maryland, he used to come out on the court by doing a cartwheel.
No, really?
He was a gymnast as a kid, and then he
Really?
got too tall. Yeah.
Was that part of your research that you do before every game?
Exactly. Well, I have to come up with facts to put on my shot charts.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so
I've
long.
not done a cartwheel in a
Can
really
you do
long
one?
time. I'm sure I can.
Oh, I mean, if you think you can, you can't say things like that when we have social media. We will make you do one.
I can totally do. I mean,
I don't think I could.
You don't think? I think you could, John.
I haven't done it in so long.
Yeah,
I could try.
it's been a while. Parker,
You're not down.
Parker, what do you think? Can we manage cartwheels?
All right. In the break,
the break,
Breakers is coming up. You're going to go into the hallway.
And there's a gym mat there.
There's no gym mat.
No, it's a hard floor.
Right.
Is what that is.
Yeah.
This
Do you
is
want to go to the
Greg,
bullpen?
Of all the ideas you have ever come up with, this is your absolute worst.
It's not the milk crate challenge, John.
Yeah, it is better
No,
than the milk
if
crate challenge.
If Mason attempts this, he will get injured 100% certain.
Well, can we do it next Wednesday before he goes on vacation?
No, it's happening today. It's happening now.
We could do it live on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, do it live on the stream.
We can hold the stream during the break. So you can
And
do it.
that's a final.
Oh, boy.
That will
Special
be a
YouTube
final.
exclusive.
Could be a final.
We need spotters.
Yep. Yes, spotters,
Anthony, you're a
everything.
spotter.
Okay,
You're
so
dead.
this is going to happen during the break, which is incredibly exciting. Plus, Kendrick Lamar keeps breaking records. I got that story coming up next for you. Mesa in Ireland, John's in Utah, getting ready for Lakers Jazz tonight. You'll hear the game right here on 710 ESPN. Mesa in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you're hiring, you know it can take forever to find the right person for your job. The average position that companies hire for takes 11 weeks to fill. That's almost 2.5 months. Nobody's got that kind of time. If you're listening today, do yourself a favor and use ZipRecruiter. You can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Go to that exclusive web address to try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
Well, it's kind of funny when you got like little kids around and we're pounding
Well, I'm not
beers.
saying that you get wasted, but you can have a glass of beer.
You don't feel weird when you got your kids around like the team and you got a pitcher on the table? No? Okay.
No.
That always struck me as weird.
No, look, if I had a funnel and I'm doing beer bongs, sure, not cool.
It's Trav and D-Far.
Back tomorrow morning after Green.
February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40, so I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina's way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text EDGE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 321-321. That's EDGE to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Looking to enhance your home with the latest in audio, video, and smart home technology? Don't go anywhere else but Mir Audio Video in Westwood. For over 40 years, Mir has specialized in all things smart home solution with companies like Lutron and Crestron. For innovation, reliability, do what we do. Choose Mir Audio Video. In light of the recent fires in L.A., Mir is here to assist, providing guidance to your insurance company as needed. Visit MirAudioVideo.com or call 310-234-4010 today.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 per bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
That's right. I can do a cartwheel.
I mean, you
With the
can
best of
call
them.
it a cartwheel. It doesn't mean
kinda-
that it
it's
actually
pretty
is a cartwheel.
I didn't see it, so I only can base it on the reaction of the YouTube chat.
So scroll back.
Scroll back
about
and
2
you can
minutes,
see it.
John.
It's magical.
Okay.
It's a magical cartwheel. I believe the U.S. Gymnastics Federation is reaching out to me even as we speak.
Yes.
Yeah, the audience feels like you did not complete this challenge.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I did complete the challenge. I may have completed it badly.
All right, here's. I'll just read some of the reactions.
Is this on YouTube chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a negative. What was that? Not a cartwheel. Fail. Close enough. Don't kill yourself.
They're close enough.
Fail.
Fail.
If Mace took Nugenics, he could totally do a cartwheel.
I would totally try it.
Damn, Mace, not a good one.
Radio Michael fan on Twitter says that was a 0.5 out of 10, Mace.
I will take it.
The point for the effort, but let's stick to the national anthem.
Yeah, I know, anthem.
0.5 was the attempt. It wasn't a cartwheel, not even close.
That was a cartwheel.
Glad you still have your day job for another 134 days.
That's right.
If you're looking for a silver lining, you didn't get hurt.
I did not get hurt. I would argue that was a cartwheel. Everybody around here smirking and laughing.
Brian, was that a cartwheel?
I
haven't seen it yet. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, Parker, was that a cartwheel you were filming?
I count it.
0.5.
You count it?
It was like a toddler cartwheel.
All right, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, he found it.
Oh, you found it?
First of all, you're doing it in the bullpen.
Yeah, that's correct.
Which is kind of weird.
Well, there's room.
There's space.
Right, because I didn't want to do it in the hall.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I would have gone down the long hallway where I raced from Marcellus.
Yeah, it was too. I didn't know what to expect, so it was pretty narrow, that hall. I was like, give me some space, because I haven't done this in a long ass time.
At least there's a little bit of carpet there, so
right.
if you did fall.
Yeah,
now, did you see it, Ireland?
No body
yeah,
casts.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd use the word good.
What word?
You know what I would
use?
say? Like that kid in Miami. Good job, good effort.
I'll take it. Good job,
Hey,
good effort.
good effort. That's all you really want in that situation.
I told Bergman, I said, today I want to do something stupid. So
No. I just saw it. That's not a cartwheel.
Come on. What are you talking about, Brian?
Who agrees with everything
How is
you
that
say?
not a cartwheel?
To Parker's point,
What
that's
would
like
you
a
call?
toddler.
What would you call
cartwheel.
that? Okay, all right. It's been a couple of years, but was that a cartwheel or was that not a cartwheel?
No, there's no wheel in your cartwheel.
Right.
There's no wheel.
It's more
in
like
your
a
cart.
slow turn.
I did wheel around.
Wheel
You did
adjacent.
pick- I think you picked like the tightest space that you could have tried this on. The other hallway outside of Greg's office is much longer.
Oh, that's
and
true.
wider.
Than that,
It's longer, but again, no.
But you
there's
wanted carpet.
I
Yeah.
wanted carpet. I did not want. I want there to be some soft thing underneath me when I'm attempting to do that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not.
as
So I'm
soft
down.
as
So
that
I'm
is
down at
over there.
Starbucks last week or this week, and one of the baristas there, and I get my coffee every day at Starbucks. And she said,
That's not a.
"That is a cartwheel.
You're just watching it over and over again.
That's a cartwheel."
No, I just the first thing he gets up, he's like, "What? I did it. You didn't even. There's no wheel in it.
There is
You
a wheel.
basically-
My
it's like you
legs do
climbed-
go over like a
You climbed
wheel.
over a sandbag.
Look like B-boy Ray Gun.
Oh,
Olympics.
yeah.
Ray Gun.
Very similar.
That's exactly who he
Steve
is.
Ray Gun Mason.
All right, Ray
God.
Gun. Good job. Good effort.
So I pick up my coffees this week, and the barista, she says to me, I saw a video of you.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
oh, no, really? She said, yeah, I was searching something about ESPN, and a video came up where you broke your leg.
That's still coming up.
It's still coming up. I have
It's
no
on
idea.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, but I have no idea. I don't think she went looking for it. I think she just stumbled on it.
Yeah, just
That's
popped
the
up.
guy with the 2 quad espressos every day.
Right. Breaking his foot.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got that out of the way. What's next? Oh, you know what? The LAFC's back, right? Is
Yeah.
LAFC's back playing?
Yesterday was their first game against
Now,
Copa America.
This is tough for you, Ireland. This is tough for you.
It was a friendly.
Friendly. But I want to go back to the 32-52.
It
That
was so
much fun. Ireland, you would love the 32-52.
Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just goofy, fun, chanting. I mean, we
You got to
learned.
stand the whole time.
Whole
right?
Yeah,
time.
no seats.
You get beer thrown on you when they
Yep.
score a
when
goal.
they score, you get beer. In Raider Rubin section, apparently it's a little green,
It's the 420 section.
and we owe Raider Rubin a visit. I think
Yes, we do owe
maybe
Raider
we'll
Rubin.
finally shut him up.
Yeah, he does not shut up about it. He's still talking about
Still
it.
talks about how I didn't go. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing you were talking about, JJ Redick, John.
Yeah.
And Brian Windhorst was on TV this morning talking about the fact that JJ is an innovator. Listen to what he said.
JJ Redick is trying something interesting here, Greeny. It looks like what he's going to do, he's going to play lineups that are basically all wing players. LeBron, Luka, and 3 guys who can play in the wing position. They're going to do that not because they're innovative, but because they just don't have great depth at center. And so I am interested to see how this works. I think there are some teams where this could be very effective against. It will be a problem matchup-wise against other teams. But J.J. Redick is a forward thinker. He's going to try to maximize the way this team can play, and they've been playing great with these alignments so far.
So what's interesting is I was listening to, I was listening to Andy and Brian Kamenetsky today on the Locked On Lakers podcast, and yes, there is a YouTube component. So they were talking about the fact that they're not playing small, they're playing medium, because they've got such long guys on the wings, which I think is a good way to describe it. They're not playing small, they're playing medium. Does that make sense?
Yeah, matter of fact, there's a precedent for this. When the Warriors won their 4 titles, they won their first one in 2015, then they won in 17 and 18, and they won again in 22. They had a thing called the death lineup.
Right.
Where they played Draymond Green at center.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond's the same height as LeBron, like 6'8", 6'9". But it was Draymond, Andre Iguodala, Harrison Barnes early, then Durant later, and then a backcourt of Steph and Clay. So they played with no center, and they won 4 titles doing that. So I think it's a great idea. Why not? And there's going to be some teams like Denver and Philadelphia with Jokic and Embiid and, where there's an elite center where you might not be able to get away with that defensively. But until you run into one of those teams, why not?
Yeah.
What do you got to lose?
It's a really interesting strategy, and obviously it's working at the moment. It is that because they look good. Their defense has been terrific. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Brian's got stuff. I don't know. Does Parker have stuff?
Parker, do you have stuff,
no,
Parker?
He's
no, sure.
I don't know. Does Bergman have stuff?
I do not. I mean, I can make something up.
Okay. Does Chadwick Corcoran from Two
could.
Does have
he
stuff?
He could.
Yeah, we'll find out. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, let me tell you about Hyundai. I love my Hyundai, and I was driving in today. Handles great. Even in the rain, handles great. I drive the Elantra, and it's a hybrid. Get unbelievable gas mileage. In fact, I looked at it today. I'm getting 47 miles a gallon, which is just amazing to me. And no matter what your needs, there is a Hyundai that is right for you. I love working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. Great people. And, of course, the Sonata is really cool. The Elantra is great. The Santa Fe. The Ioniq 6. These are vehicles that you definitely want to test drive and you definitely want to see. And don't forget that every Hyundai comes with just this amazing warranty. They've got 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance, and you can add more joy to every journey in a brand new Hyundai. Do like I did. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Wiz Khalifa.
What you know about Wiz Khalifa?
I'm going to tell you what I know. A couple years ago, I went to a music festival, and Wiz Khalifa is playing. There's a lot of weed in the ear. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Right? You know how, like, when you go to a sporting event, somebody will bring, like, a beach ball, and everybody will hit the beach ball? Well, at a Wiz Khalifa concert, they bring, like, inflatable doobies, okay? Like, big, giant reefer doobies. And, dude, there must have been, like, 100 doobies flying around in the air. And so now there's smell of weed everywhere. And my daughter goes, "What is that smell?" And I go, "I don't know, but I think it's like burnt kettle corn or something." And my daughter goes,
"That's
no.
a bad smell."
Here's what my daughter says. "No, Dad, it smells like you." Yeah. I was like, what?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian. So I'm going to kick you guys off with the news of Pete Davidson now being tattoo-less. If you haven't seen...
He's tattoo-less?
Yeah, there's some pretty crazy pictures that are going around the internet.
Really?
When I first saw it, I thought it was completely AI. Like, I did not believe it. I had to look at how many he had. He said himself he had around 200 tattoos.
Oh.
And they are all now, as they quote-unquote, burned off. And he wanted to reset his body, reset his skin. Pretty crazy thing here. I don't know if I don't have any tattoos, so I don't know the pain of getting a tattoo.
It had to be. I heard it's more painful to get rid of.
Greg, how many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Have you ever had one removed?
I'm never going to have one removed. There's one that I really want to get removed. I would rather cover it up than get it removed. It's supposed to hurt so much more than actually.
So
getting
you've never
a
even gone down that road?
No, I would never will either.
And Mace, are you gonna continue to add tattoos?
Yes, I'm adding one for my 60th birthday. It's actually multiple tattoos. I'm gonna get down the outside of my arm. I'm gonna get 6 dog paw prints, one for each of my 6 dogs. You know I love my dogs.
And then you just add every time you get another dog?
Every time I get a new dog, add another paw. Hopefully these last a long time. Little. Yeah, they're going to be smallish. But yeah, no, I like... I've got one tattoo now. I got it when I turned 50. I'm getting this tattoo when I turn 60. When I turn 70, I'll do another one. I'll have a sleeve by the time I'm done.
Oh, very nice. Hit
by 100, you'll have a sleeve.
I'll have a sleeve by then. Ireland, you are tattoo-free.
I am. Lisa has one. She got it with you.
Yes, that's right.
But I don't think I ever will.
Lisa's
never?
Can you even see Lisa's? Lisa got like a dragonfly on her baby toe.
Yeah, you can
something.
see it when she's wearing flip-flops.
I'm like getting carved up on my chest and getting this tattoo here. Lisa just gets a little dragonfly on her toe.
The feet are supposed to hurt though because it's all bones.
Can I tell you? I think getting a tattoo is painful.
It's not bad.
I was stoned when I got it. I needed to be. That was the only way I could go through with it.
So I'm looking at the pictures of Pete Davidson, and there has to be makeup on him, right? Like he's covering up, because even the tattoo removal doesn't fully.
That's what I
take
thought
it
too.
off.
That's when I saw the picture. I was like, this can't. Like, there's got to be some AI or something
There's got to
here.
be makeup or something. I mean, it's like it's never
clean off,
existed.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that.
Didn't he have tattoos like on his neck?
All over his body.
He had neck tattoos. Right?
No, head to
Chest,
toe.
Yeah, head to toe.
Fully.
Yeah,
that's too much. But good. He's going to restart. Get them all removed. I'm sure he'll start getting them put back on.
Well, I don't think he would if he
no,
went through
you know
this
what it is?
whole process.
It's like a clean slate.
Yeah,
like you
blank
erase
canvas.
the board. It's a blank canvas. Now head back to the parlor and see what you can get now.
Well, that was kind of my question here for you guys. Have you ever done something, or that you had complete, change of thought and had to reverse the whole situation?
I'd love to get rid of the tattoo that's underneath my arm.
Oh, really?
Right there.
What is it?
Why that one?
It's an XIII, so it's a 13.
Yeah.
And it's because on Friday the 13th, they were giving away $13 tattoos
Oh
of the
my
number
God,
13.
that is
And it's supposed
awful.
to be good luck. And I got it hidden
Isn't the number
underneath my
13
arm.
supposed to be bad luck?
Well, you get it, so it's kind of like counteracting it. And so I don't like
think
it.
That's the way that works.
But that was I don't know. There's a whole thing with my ex-wife. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, if it reminds you of your ex-wife, I think you should.
By the way,
I
is
think I
that
wanna
something you would reverse?
No,
Oh, no, because
I
of
would not
Riley,
because
right.
of Riley. I would
Yeah,
absolutely
the
not
black
reverse
horse.
that in any sense.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything I would reverse?
Ever have your ears pierced or anything?
No. I'm not an ear piercing
Tongue
guy.
pierced?
Tongue pierced? No, none of that. I'm trying to think. Anything? No, that's it. I haven't done
John?
anything stupid. John?
I don't think so. I'm thinking the same thing. Like something I did that I immediately knew.
No.
I
In
shouldn't
life,
have done.
in life, I go back and I think about when I was offered that job in New York.
Not taking it?
Now, when it was going on, it was a really hard job. As I look back at it now, I wouldn't have reversed it, but in the moment, I would have. I remember, John, I don't know if you remember this. Our boss was a guy named Mike Thompson back then when I was getting ready to go to New York.
Hey, buddy.
And Mike said, I want you to take a leap of faith. Here's a 6-month contract. And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? I just got offered 4 years in New York City, and you're going to offer me a 6-month deal? I had no choice but to go. But in the end, I'll tell you what, when I got deep into that New York contract, I was like, I don't know, 6-month deal sounds pretty good.
Would you take back jumping over that bar?
Oh, yeah, hell yes. I would.
To not break your foot?
Oh, 100%.
We didn't have a story, though.
Correct. It all adds up, right? It all adds up to an interesting story. We all do stupid stuff and great stuff and stuff in between. And to me, it all adds up into, the legend of you. Brian, what's the legend of you?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't think myself.
I just threw that at you.
Threw it out
What's
there.
the legend of you?
Good question.
Yeah.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, Parker here. So,
hey, Parker.
The childhood team of my baseball fandom has news. Baseball season is around the
for
corner,
the
which
love
means
of God.
Anthony
I
Rendon
love this so much.
has another injury.
It is so unbelievable.
So we've all heard Perry Manassian told the reporters this morning that Anthony Rendon will be having hip surgery. He had a setback in his,
Oh my God.
who knows, his rehabilitation. So, John, he's going to be out for the foreseeable future, and unclear if and when he'll play for the Angels again. If this is true and he never plays, Greg and guys, this says Rendon's played only 257 games out of a possible 1,032 through his contract. So I think he's earned over $228 million.
He signed
the
a 7-year.
Angels have had a lot of bad contracts,
Yeah.
but this might be the new leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've had some rough
the
ones.
Mo Vaughn contract, he got hurt in his very first game, but I think that was like 5 years, $100 million. The Gary Matthews deal, the Vernon Wells deal.
Josh Hamilton.
Almost all of these are Artie Moreno written all over.
You know what's interesting? Anthony Rendon was coming off a really good run in Washington.
4 years of just high-level baseball.
And he gets a 7-year, $245 million deal, and now he's never played more than 58 games in the season. I don't think the Angels did their due diligence on Anthony Rendon. I think at some point, if you're having a conversation with him, you want to get a feel for who he is as a person, what he cares about in life, what's important to him. I don't think the Angels did any of that. I think it was like a fantasy baseball trade. It's like, let's just add all the numbers that he got in Washington.
It wasn't a trade. It was a free agent
free agent signing. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It was like they were playing fantasy baseball. Like, those numbers are really good. But as a person, he was the wrong guy for the organization.
Yes. Yeah, it sounds like he's the wrong guy for any organization.
Yeah.
If you circled it back, Greg, to the Dodgers, and I mean, you would know more, they were going to give him a completely different structured deal. Just short-term.
Yes, they love to do that. They were going to go with that short-term high and have an AAV and
3 years, 150, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing. And then he said, "I don't have that Hollywood lifestyle," and he didn't want to play in Los Angeles in that way, and went to Los Angeles Angels, and it's such a bullet dodged by not signing Anthony Rendon.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in the history of baseball that has hated the game more than him?
Right. That's the question. He, by all accounts, hates the game he plays.
It's so I wouldn't wish this on my worst.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Right? Come on, you're playing baseball.
Yeah, it's a fun. I mean, there are a lot of people out there who hate their jobs, but they're not making millions of dollars for playing a game.
$28 million a year.
All right, so the other night, Kevin Durant became the 8th player in NBA history to score 30,000 points. Hit that milestone.
Last night,
Yeah, he had a pretty funny answer, too, about, will you ever get to 40,000? He's pretty much saying nobody can do what LeBron does. He'd have to play another 10 years, kind of average 2,000, whatever that be. But when you think of Kevin Durant, not as a total basketball player, but officially as a scorer, where does he rank to you? Is he... top 3 kind of as offensive ability?
I wouldn't say top 3, but I would say pretty high, top 10 for sure.
Michael says most efficient scorer in the history of the game. That's how much he likes him.
Yeah. So I would say top 10. I wouldn't say top 3, but that guy can fill it up, no question. And he's a sniper. I mean, he is just a tremendous shooter. And his Michael Thompson,
and he's 7 feet tall.
Exactly.
Which lends itself to that.
But 4,000 points or 40,000 points not going to happen.
Will anybody Ireland ever get to 40,000 points again?
Luka.
Wemby could get there. Can Luka get there?
But I don't know if Luka's body will hold up and let him play until he's 40, like LeBron is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Wemby's will. I could see Luka making so much money that by the time he's 35, that's it. But who knows?
Is there somebody like a Jason Tatum or something along those lines that could, or is he too old at this point now?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you have to be somebody that's already scoring north of 20 a game, and you got to be under the age of 25 if you want to have a chance.
Can Shea possibly?
How old is he?
Shea's right around 25, isn't he?
I'm not.
He is.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable scorer, but it'd be hard to.
He's 26.
Yeah, I still don't think he's going to catch LeBron.
No, I don't think so.
And by the way, LeBron's not slowing down.
No, clearly.
It's not even about catching LeBron. It's can he get to 40? Can someone else get to 40K?
LeBron might get to 45.
Yeah, at the rate he's going. Luka, I'm trying to look at his total number of points. How many points has Luka scored? 7 years, 30...
12,103.
So he's got a long ass way to go.
He's got 30,000 to get to where
he only needs 30,000 more points.
He's 25.
That's doable.
Shay's at roughly 10,000.
Shay's at 10,000?
At 26.
At 26, yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody that I know of is going to top 40,000. Maybe Wemby.
They're not in the league yet.
Maybe Wemby.
Yeah.
He's the one guy.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so there was a bunch of comments from Travis Kelce after the Super Bowl, and a lot of people are taking it that he's hinting at his retirement possibly.
Uh-huh.
And Sports Illustrated actually put out an article today that said if Kelce retires and decides to join the media front, that he will be the highest paid, biggest sports media free agent ever, and surpassing Tom Brady's contract, whatever he gets. He's already hosting an Amazon Prime show. I think it's Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
Yes, he is.
So he does have some of the host, talking aspects of it. But do you agree with this? Whenever Travis Kelce is a free agent, he will be the most coveted media free agent.
Travis Kelce is going to be a superstar in broadcasting. There is no question about it. He's got charisma. He's funny. He's loose. He knows the game. He runs in really cool circles of people. I just think he is going to be an elite broadcaster and personality. John, what do you think?
I think that most of the mainstay personalities at the networks are aging out,
Yeah.
too. Like
if you look
Jimmy,
at those pregame
Jimmy
shows,
Johnson is giving hints like he's going to step down soon. Terry Bradshaw probably should have stepped down 3 or 4 years ago. Howie's been doing it forever.
He held on to that microphone,
He
though.
did. He was not going to hand that mic over to them. He was clutching that thing.
And so I think that there's going to be opportunities for a younger generation to step in. Like I can't see Bill Cowher going much longer.
Yeah. They all feel kind of played out.
Well, look at
Right.
Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce's getting late-night talk shows
Right.
now.
Right.
Travis will be doing basically the same thing.
Yes.
He's going to be a superstar along with his
Yeah, I
brother.
wonder if he'll be a studio guy or if he'll be an analyst guy.
Whatever
I'm
he
guessing,
wants.
I'm guessing studio guy.
Yeah.
He's a perfect studio guy. And he does sound like he's maybe leaning towards retirement.
A lot
the
of
stuff
hints,
that's come
kind
out.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All
going
right.
to be like in basketball. It's going to be Draymond Green. He's going to be that guy when he comes out of basketball. It's going to be
very
the
true.
same level.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next for you, I mentioned this earlier, but Kendrick Lamar keeps breaking records, and interesting confrontation on Bourbon Street between a Mahomes and a world-famous a-hole. That's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Well, I like what you were wearing too, George. Very
cardigan.
very Cubano, Mr. Rogers, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a cardigan.
Sedano and Cap
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Is it time to sell your home? Maybe you want to downsize. Maybe you want to move. Or maybe you've inherited a home that you just don't want to hang on to. Whatever your reasons to sell, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for decades. Their seller reviews speak for themselves. They're people who buy from people and will provide custom solutions that work for your needs. They offer and will buy with cash, and they can close in days. The great part is you don't have to worry about spending money on repairs, preparing your home to be shown, or having people come in and out. And there are no agents, just a great offer and an easy way to give you peace of mind so you can walk away happy. So if it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a free, no obligation offer today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport, and make your sports dream a reality.
Looking to enhance your home with the latest in audio, video, and smart home technology? Don't go anywhere else but Mir Audio Video in Westwood. For over 40 years, Mir has specialized in all things smart home solution with companies like Lutron and Crestron. For innovation, reliability, do what we do. Choose Mir Audio Video. In light of the recent fires in L.A., Mir is here to assist, providing guidance to your insurance company as needed. Visit MirAudioVideo.com or call 310-234-4010 today.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
Juan will look at me at some point tonight and say, "Are you even enjoying this?"
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
What's up, people? It is Wednesday. Lakers in Utah tonight. John's in Utah, too, where he's had a wild night, night clubbing and bottle service and all that kind of stuff
Hell
that happens in Salt Lake City on a Tuesday night. So, John, tell me if you're interested in this.
Okay.
Sphere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the best concert experience I've ever had.
Backstreet Boys.
I would go just to go to the Sphere.
But not to see Backstreet Boys.
Well, I
Tell
would.
me why.
I don't dislike the Backstreet Boys. I'm not really a fan of theirs, but the Sphere is such a unique concert experience. It's really more about the venue than it is about the band.
They're only doing 9 shows.
That's still a lot of
I
shows.
saw you too, so that'll be tough to beat.
Yeah, I saw you too. Also, I did not.
The
see
Eagles
the
are there
Eagles.
now, and would love to do that.
Are you going to see the Eagles?
No, I'm not going back until after the season, and
Oh, that's
their
right.
run will be over.
Yeah, I would like to see the Eagles. I would see the Backstreet Boys for sure. I don't know.
I would tell anybody who has an opportunity to go to the Sphere, if somebody offers you a ticket or you can afford to go, go. It is a life-changing experience. I think my overwhelming reaction to it when I walked out of there was the days of standing on stage and just playing instruments are over.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't do that anymore.
Yep. So, all right, I wanted to do... Oh, yeah. John, the ratings are in for the Super Bowl. And one of the things that came out was that is the highest, most watched halftime show
ever
in Super Bowl history.
Yeah. More than the year before? Who?
Yep.
It was Usher. Right?
Usher, yeah, more than Usher, more than everybody that's ever been.
Beyonce.
Beyonce,
Wow, that's crazy.
everybody that's ever done it. Number 1 rated, most eyeballs on it.
And that's hard to do now because audiences are more fragmented. So they're good for Kendrick Lamar.
You know what I think they're saying like 133 million people, 137 million watched the Super Bowl. I actually think it's more than that. I think they are undershooting on the ratings. Like, how many people do you know that actively don't watch the Super Bowl at all?
Boy, out of 100 people, less than 5.
Yeah, I mean, the only people I know, Juan's mom and stepdad did not turn the Super Bowl on. But they're the
What'd they
only 2
watch?
people... probably BritBox. I mean, they're always watching BritBox. Some British detective, whatever that is.
Doctor Who.
It's always on when I'm there. But yeah, I don't know a lot of people. That's it. Those are the people I know that did not watch the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's mostly, because everybody goes to a party or it's on when you're at home. That's the only thing that's really, they don't put anything up against it in the United States.
No, not at all. There's only one thing to do at that time. So anyway, congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. I did, if you want to, listen, I explained the Kendrick Lamar
You did such a good job.
Drake beef yesterday during Super Crosstalk. And John, I think I nailed it. I'll be honest. What did you think, Bergman?
I did not think that you nailed it.
You did not.
In the slightest.
Do you have evidence?
Of what? My explanation of the beef? Brian, what did you think of my explanation of the beef?
I thought it was 50-50.
It was,
So-so.
you know what? It was very, it
All
was
right,
the
so
basics.
I'll
Do you
give
think
you.
that the base? Do you think it
I
was
will.
odd?
I'll give you 30 seconds. Explain the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Okay, so at one point, Drake said that J. Cole, him, and Kendrick were the 3 greatest rappers.
Close.
20 seconds.
J.
left.
Cole said that.
J. Cole said that, okay?
Yeah.
And Kendrick came out and said, absolutely not. I'm the king, and released a diss track of those guys. Then Kendrick...
10 seconds left.
Kendrick created this song, Not Like Us, which references Drake as being a pedophile. And Drake got really pissed off about it. Okay.
I mean, you're missing a few things in there.
But it's not bad.
So you got the majority.
Kendrick put it out there, then Drake came back at him, then Kendrick went
Yeah,
back,
I skipped
then
a
Drake
couple of
came
the
back,
steps,
and
but
then
it only gave me 30 seconds.
And then at one point, Kendrick went twice back at Drake, and
Yes.
that's when Not Like Us came out.
Right,
And
okay.
that was like the end.
Okay.
That was the final shot.
For some 60-year-old white guy in
Not too
LA,
bad, honestly.
I
Not
thought I had
so
the
bad, not
basics
so
down
bad.
pretty well. Do you feel you have a grasp on it now, Ireland?
I wouldn't use grasp. I'd say I'm in the area code.
Okay.
I now know enough to fake it.
All I did was Hulu's got a great 1-hour documentary about the beef. That's where I learned all about it.
So
I will check it out.
Yeah, Beto just sent this to me, and let's see
Oh,
if you
God.
think this is a good explanation. Maybe you can understand it a little bit better this
okay.
way. It's
Explain
from
it
this
to me
guy
like I'm a fourth grader.
Mike Oz. He says, I'm surprised we're still having to explain this, but imagine George Strait was doing the Super Bowl halftime show, called Garth Brooks a pedophile, said he copied his whole style from another country singers, and then had Garth's ex dancing on stage. George Strait's diss song had won Record of the Year and Song of the Year at the Grammys a week earlier, and George performed this song at the Super Bowl after Garth Brooks sued George's record label twice. And then he smiled like this when he did it. That's what happened. Does that make a little more sense?
That's better.
Yeah, it's totally.
Greg's explanation was better than yours.
Well, that's just some tweet about George Strait. I don't.
But
Why
explain-
did he pick George Strait?
But did you understand it?
Is George Strait even alive?
I don't know who he is.
Of course.
Is he alive? He's a country. He's a
Yeah.
country singer. He's twangy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But look, John fully understood it just from
Okay.
that.
Well, look, I did the best I could. I thought really pretty decent.
All right, can I got a couple of questions I've been wanting to ask you guys. Can I sneak them in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's the first one. There's a story, I sent this to you guys, that the Chargers have a dietitian. All right?
Yeah.
Like somebody that did you guys talk about this
Yeah, we
already?
talked about this yesterday. That's okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so I think Jim Harbaugh is right to eat like a 10-year-old.
So he supposedly loves chicken tenders, Uncrustables, and at halftime eats hot dogs.
Yes.
Do you think more of them or less of them after hearing that story?
More of them. That stuff is delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, those Uncrustables, I think we did like 2 segments on Uncrustables yesterday. They're so delicious.
Well, you know what Uncrustables are very popular
Press
with
room.
are golfers.
Well,
They
and
stick
the
them in
press
their
room.
They stick them in their bags. They freeze them and then stick them in their bag and then eat them halfway through the round.
Frozen Uncrustables, the best type of Uncrustable by far.
Yeah, but
So-
I just think you're paying a dietitian. You're telling people you kind of are what you eat. And if your head coach is on a diet of chicken tenders, Uncrustables, and halftime hot dogs, what type of an example does that set?
I don't know. They made the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
I'm not arguing.
yeah.
I'm just saying it's weird.
It is weird. But, I got to be honest. If I had a choice in a lot of restaurants, I would be embarrassed to order chicken tenders, but chicken tenders are delicious.
They are good.
They are really, really good.
If I could order Uncrustables at a restaurant, I would.
There you go.
On the
All right,
dessert
so here's-
menu, we have Uncrustables.
Here's
Be like,
another
yes.
thing I wanted to ask you guys, and I sent this to you too. Did you guys read the article about how things ended between Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler?
Yes.
Okay. So, according to this article, it was in The Athletic. From Butler's vantage point, Riley was unhinged and disturbing. More specifically, Butler told those close to him that the longtime team president referenced Butler's recently deceased father several times during the meeting and offered unsolicited and unwanted parenting advice and even shed tears before ending the meeting by telling Butler he loved him. Now, half of me says if you're on a team, you want to bond any way you can with your players, with your teammates. You know, it's hard to win in sports.
Yep.
The other half is it's a work situation. You know, he works for you. Can you cross the lines that Pat Riley crossed in most workplaces?
And he was talking about his father who had passed away. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know
Depends on
how
what he
that
says.
I don't know how that conversation even how would you
Well,
even
Pat lost his dad when he was still playing.
Okay.
And so I think he wanted to bond with Jimmy over that.
Sure, that makes sense.
Offering him parent advice, continually referring to his dead father. It seems like, Mace, you told a story a long time ago when you were a program director that you asked a pregnant woman,
No. Here's the way it went. So I interviewed, and I was running this company, and the CEO of the company was in the room, and we were interviewing for a new promotions director. And so the interview went really well. And at the end of it, I said, "So, are you single, married?" And she left the room. She told us she was single, and the owner of the company said, "Well, we just hired her. You're not allowed to ask, are you married or single?"
So that's where I was
do that
going.
at all.
Is Riley allowed to ask this stuff in a regular workplace?
I think it depends on how he's asking it. Like you said, his father died when he was playing. So if he was trying to, connect with him, and when the parenting advice, if it's like, oh, do you really want to take your kids out of their schools that they're in right now? I mean, I don't know if you can do that legally, but he's just trying to talk to him. I
think it's just a business. I think you need to be unemotional about it.
When that thing ended and Butler got traded to Golden State, who came off worse, Butler or Riley?
I mean, Butler,
Butler.
I feel like, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think it
Butler.
was Jimmy, and I like Jimmy a lot.
Yeah.
But he's happy. He's got a $121 million contract for 2 years.
He won the battle. Let's see who wins the war. But it's I just found that interesting in that he was willing to go places where most employers would never go.
Yeah, it's weird. By the way, so there's a scene from The Office that is exactly what my cartwheel was. I mean, I would imagine if you put them side by side, you'd say the same guy was doing it. Is that not what I did?
That is exactly what you
Oh,
did.
is this when Creed tries to do a cartwheel?
Yes, that's exactly what
It's
he was
exactly
so
what it is.
happy, but he's like, yeah, I did it.
By the way, and I
That
was happy
you.
about it. Yeah, I was totally happy about it.
You were Creed. You don't ever want to be Creed.
No.
I know you haven't watched the show.
I've watched season 1.
You don't want to be Creed.
Yeah, I've not made it past season 1.
Just start on season 2.
He's such a jerk in season 1, Michael Scott.
He's just a lovable
It kind of turned me off. He was
dummy.
not lovable.
He's
He
a
was
lovable
really
dummy.
inappropriate.
It's the worst season.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Season 1 of shows are usually the worst season. It takes like that second one when they really find out what they're doing.
You know what I
know their
started
characters.
watching, which is so weird. Have you ever watched Lopez versus Lopez?
No.
No, what is it?
George Lopez and his daughter do a show together. It's on NBC. It is so damn funny. I'm talking to his daughter tomorrow, and I started watching. I'm like, this is really funny stuff. I mean, I stumble across network stuff that's actually really good still. I watched that on Peacock, and so I take everything streaming. But there's stuff out there. I would recommend Lopez versus Lopez. It's very, very funny. And I need shows like that. Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
So, weirdly enough, I'm rewatching for the 4th time Ted Lasso. Because
Really?
it's just so happy making the entire way through. It's just, that's the type of show. Shrinking, happy making show. Yeah, all those shows. By the way, I heard
Shrinking is very happy.
Ted Lasso, I think I heard that they're making a 4th season. They're filming the 4th season right now.
See, I wouldn't if I was him.
I would not.
I'd
End
say
it right where it's supposed
I'd say it ended right in the right spot. That is perfect.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't do a 4th season. And
Now,
I love that show.
I would welcome a 5th season of Succession.
Do you need
I
it?
think it ended right.
Don't you think? I would love to see how Tom's doing running that company. That'd be
Well, he's
fascinating.
making money.
He's definitely making money. All right, coming up next for you. Let's see. What is the world's most interesting team? One NBA analyst has an answer to that. Plus, the Super Bowl MVP has a very humble home. That's coming up next for you. In the meantime, hey, it says start with the jingle. So there we go.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
We have all heard that jingle for years, and you should never forget those 8 words. Because if you're involved in an auto accident, or you fall somewhere, or an Uber, Lyft accident, whatever it happens to be, you got to have help. So if you're in an accident or injury situation, call Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob. He and his team will get you to a doctor, make sure you get a rental car, all without paying a penny, and they handle the phone calls. Make sure you get the settlement that you deserve. Let Jacob and his team remove all of the stress of having to deal with the insurance company. Let's hope you don't need to call Jacob, but if you or a friend or a loved one is involved in an accident, don't forget.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property due to the recent wildfires, lawsuits have been filed against those responsible. Please call Jacob for a case evaluation, or he'll help you review your insurance policy and FEMA forms and all that stuff completely free. Again, calljacob.com. Together we are LA Strong. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
When it comes to the NBA, Lakers and Luka, Sedano is all over.
Luka, lots of anticipation and fanfare for your debut here with the Lakers. How did it feel to play in a Laker uniform?
Special, man. The way they received me, everybody, teammates, front office, everybody here. I heard a lot of noise when I was introduced, so I really appreciate it. It was a special moment.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap is 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our value bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, Next Gen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from Next Gen. Call 833-3NEXTGEN today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, no commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. With Seller's Advantage, they'll make you a competitive cash offer with no surprises. Check out what one of their sellers had to say. Quote, Seller's Advantage was a lot easier, faster, and more rewarding than listing my house. I worried about getting a low offer, but theirs matched the value I was hoping for and was much higher than the competitors. They gave me time to decide, and the process was friendly, fast, and anxiety-free. I highly recommend Seller's Advantage. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. Works out to 888-390-2747. Or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Oh, no!
Oh, you are bleeding.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
We're in a Backstreet Boys role here. What's up, P-Boy? It is Wednesday. Lakers versus Utah tonight. Luka Doncic expected to play his second game for the Lakers tonight. LeBron James also expected. He's expected to play, right, John?
LeBron, yeah.
Yeah. And then no DFS and no Gabe Vincent for tonight's game. Do you remember John Rocker?
Sure.
What an a-hole.
Yeah, big time.
So he got into a fight with Pat Mahomes Sr.
I have a theory about this, but go ahead.
Okay, so Pat Mahomes Sr. and John Rocker got into a confrontation on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. John Rocker is famously an a-hole. Hothead, made all kinds of comments about the gay, minority, immigrant populations in New York. Just a terrible guy. So, and Rocker said afterwards, Mahomes can't take a joke. And Mahomes said, keep my name out, you loudmouth. Bergman, Ireland, you got a theory.
My theory is this. It came out after that video started going viral today that Barstool has set up a boxing match between these two.
Between Pat Mahomes and John Rocker?
Yes.
What
and
the hell?
I think that was all staged.
That's really
Wait a
disappointing.
minute, is there really a boxing match between those two guys?
Supposedly,
Oh,
yeah.
that's stupidity.
And Barstool totally would do something like that. That seems very Barstool-y.
It's so stupid. I mean, Pat Mahomes, former Major League pitcher, dad to Patrick, and John Rocker, who's not really relevant to anybody. Is John Rocker on anybody's radar?
But how do you get on the radar?
By having
you
a
stage a fight on Bourbon Street.
Right.
And then have it go viral.
Okay, so let's take a survey. Was it staged, Bergman?
Yes.
Ireland?
Yeah.
Brian?
Yes.
Yeah, it was staged. Now, I didn't know about the boxing match. That's just stupid. Who wants to see a boxing match between Pat Mahomes Sr. and John Rocker?
There is, on April 18th, Barstool is sponsoring something called Rough and Rowdy, and they're officially fighting each other at Rough and Rowdy on April 19th.
Yeah, count me out.
Yeah, zero chance that gets watched by me.
Yeah. Is that on TV or is that just on Barstool? TV or whatever.
And here I'm looking at a video from Vice when this thing went viral. This Rocker versus Mahomes video looks staged. If they announce a boxing match, it's 100% confirmed, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah, it was like when the Paul brothers they put out the
promo
picture,
like they're going to be fighting,
and then it turned out it's just a reality show or something like that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous,
terrible. So, John, Jalen Hurts. I came across this, and I find this amazing. So, Jalen Hurts during the season lives in a $2,000 a month apartment about 30 minutes away from the Eagles training facility.
Okay.
He has a $255 million contract, and he's living in a $2,000 a month apartment. Now, he does have a house down in Texas where he's from, but all season long, he just lives in this little apartment. Is that surprising?
Not completely.
$255 million. He's living in a $2,000 a month apartment.
Remember Robbie Alomar?
I do.
The infielder?
Yep.
When he got traded from the Padres to the Blue Jays, he just spent the rest of his career living in the hotel at the Sky Dome.
Huh. And in the hotel at the Sky Dome?
Yeah, the one that was in the outfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he lived the whole time he played for the Blue Jays.
Don't have to go very far.
Right,
Spend
just
a lot
walk
of
out
money.
your door.
Yeah.
The most surprising thing you said is that it's 30 minutes away from the practice.
I know.
I thought it would be 2 minutes away.
Yeah, exactly. If it was close, I'd understand. But 30 minutes away from the training facility, $2,000 a month, $255 million man. He's got a nice house in Texas, but damn.
I'll take that deal, $2,000 a month. I'll take that one.
By the way, here that gets you.
Yeah, that gets you like a quarter of an apartment.
It gets you a cardboard box. For all intents and purposes.
That is definitely a
$2,000 a month. Yeah, that's a studio for sure. It's I don't need fancy stuff in my life. I do understand it from this perspective. I tend to not err on the side of extravagant. Now, I've made some big purchases in life just in the last couple of years. I swear to God, my largest purchase is that massage chair.
Yeah, which we got a great deal on.
And my personal seat licenses at SoFi. Those are the two really big splurge items that I've got. But I don't know what it is. I feel like some level of guilt when I'm blowing money.
Do you still do the thing where you go to different hotels and not spend more than $300 a night?
You can't do that anymore.
No, we
it's almost
are
impossible. I can't do it.
The new cap is $400. You can't do it.
So it's $400 still.
Yeah, if I'm in the threes, I'm okay. I don't like to go into the fours. I'm sure we've been in the fours at one time or another in the 400 range, but we like to be in the 300s. And we shop for bargains like crazy.
Just like on a kayak and things like that?
Well, I mean, no. Juan's really smart. He figures this stuff out.
He does a lot of crazy stuff. He got me all my stuff in Costa Rica.
Oh, right.
So,
you did your Costa Rica stuff.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I'm not. I think it would be called spendy. I'm not spendy. Like, I understand Jalen Hurts from that perspective.
Are you that way, Ireland?
I don't have any time to spend money.
That is true.
I'm working all the time. So Lisa just spends all her money. But she's good at it. So that works out good because, like, the house in Idaho she killed. I had nothing to do with it. I just basically was a silent investor.
Wait a minute. You consider yourself to be a silent investor in the house?
Mace, I cannot tell you how little input I had on anything to do with that house.
Really? You have to have fingerprint on something in there.
I'm trying to think.
Is there a massage chair?
Not yet.
Oh, but there will be, right?
Like the view, did you have any say of like where it's going to be
She
placed?
found the lot. She built the house. Wait till you guys see it. I mean, she just killed it. And so that's the most extravagant thing we've bought.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
But, like today, I got up. I, worked out. I came here. I'm doing the show. As soon as game ends, I'm getting on a bus. I'm doing the game, and then it's lather, rinse, repeat. So I don't have a lot of time to spend money.
Yeah, I don't know how. I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. I would not. Yeah, I would not be my scene.
Is this true, John, that Michael lived in a hotel while he was with the Lakers?
For about 3 weeks. Yeah, he lived at right down by the Forum.
Oh.
I lived in a hotel for 3 months.
In New York?
When you went to New York?
No, when I went to San Diego, John Lynch put me up at a hotel. The one right across from the boat downtown, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
That hotel, I was there for 3 months. And
Rick
living in a
Majerus,
hotel?
you guys remember the basketball coach?
Yes.
Rick Majerus only lived in hotels.
Yeah, it got very old very fast. I mean, it's nice to have somebody to clean your room every day and all that stuff, but room service gets old, and
Yeah, I couldn't live in a hotel room for long periods of time.
I love hotels.
I love hotels.
You
but,
basically live in one.
Yeah, I spend over 100 nights a year in hotels.
But you go from hotel to hotel. It's never the same monotonous
Correct.
hotel.
And that's a big deal. And the hotels we stay in are super nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the other Lakers are staying there, so
Yeah,
exactly.
Just
All right.
riding that coattail.
Coming up next year, who will quarterback the Raiders next year? Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there. That's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The city of champions just got even brighter.
From Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Luka's rocking the purple and gold, teaming up with LeBron, the king himself.
Here comes LeBron back the other way. LeBron down the middle. Another three. Good again.
And don't forget about Austin Reeves, ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Fire survivors have a long road to recovery. The Center for Disaster Philanthropy, CDP, helps communities most in need rebuild stronger after fires and other disasters. Join us as we help to support the long-term recovery needs through CDP's California Fire Recovery Fund. Together, we can support vital programs that address housing, mental health, livelihood initiatives, and environmental restoration. For information, visit disasterphilanthropy.org/ESPN.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head in your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone. Up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on My Plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway, because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams.
This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Never?
No, really,
Stay
honest to God,
in that
never.
spot.
We were talking about vacations, and we are like, get there and stay there and don't leave the property people. Bergman, you're the opposite, right? You like go.
We go.
What do you do,
hiking.
Ireland?
I'm more like you than like Greg. I like to get there and camp because I'm on planes so much. I like to get there and kind of set up camp. But like on this trip, I'm taking the All-Star break off.
Yeah,
I'm in Salt Lake City today. I'll be Park City late tonight, Thursday night, Friday night. Then I'll be in Idaho Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that's
even
more
your
like
time
Greg.
off sounds exhausting. I'll be honest.
That's more like Greg.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing anything in any of these places. I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff set up, so I'm just going to lay low. But I'm bouncing to 3 different places in 8 days.
Yeah, that's. But it'd be great to get off. And are anybody you watching the All-Star game, or are we just tuning out of that sucker?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm not interested in the format. If Caitlin Clark was in the 3-point thing, I would have watched it, but she's not.
Yeah,
so,
she didn't want to do it.
She wants the first one to be for the WNBA,
And she also doesn't want to do it with a rack. She said if it was catch and shoot, or if they tossed the ball to her, she would do it, but she doesn't want to take balls off the rack, which is what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
No. So what do you think I should do for the All-Star game, Ireland? Because as of right now, we're not playing it on the air.
We
not
usually
playing
do.
I don't think you'll get one complaint.
Right. Should I just put it on the app? I mean, I can put it on the app.
I would.
Well, it's
I
a
think
Sunday.
that's all
Why
I'm gonna
not
do.
air it?
I think we have other stuff.
Well, if we have other stuff,
I think
obviously.
we have a USC game.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well,
I'd rather, if I was flipping channels and my choice was to listen to the USC game or listen to the All-Star game, I'd listen to the USC game.
Hey, by the way, tomorrow night, USC versus
game.
UCLA. Huge game in women's basketball.
Yeah, man, I would have loved to have gone to that. I won't be in town.
Is that at Galen or is that
it's
at Paul?
Galen Center. So this is the first game between the two of them. It's at Galen Center. And
It's the second game. UCLA beat them earlier in the year at Paul.
Is it the second game? Okay, so then it's the second game, and it's at Galen Center. I think I think some people are going to go either Graham or Parker or Carlo.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a really big matchup. UCLA is fantastic this year.
Oh
John.
yeah. That'll be fun. I am. You know what? Maybe I'll go.
If you try and get tickets, it's sold out.
Yeah, and by the way, you'll be surprised how expensive it is to get in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've developed a really big following.
Oh, that's great. You brought up quarterback for the Raiders. Weirdly, I got a text from out of the blue from our old friend Vinny Bunsen-Yor, which got me thinking Raiders yesterday. Yeah, great guy. And
he's writing for a paper in Vegas covering the Raiders.
Yes,
right?
And he's doing I guess he's doing a radio show there now too in Vegas. So you suggested that the Raiders go back and get Derek Carr as quarterback. Why?
Well, what's a better option? I guess would be the way I'd put it. Like I'll just throw a couple of scenarios at you. Would you rather have Derek Carr or Kirk Cousins?
Derek Carr.
Cousins.
Okay, would you rather have
Cousins? Cost-wise, I don't know how it factors.
Let's assume that the costs are the same.
Okay.
I'm just based on fit.
Cousins was awful.
All right, so Greg, you'd rather have Carr, Mace, Derek Carr, or Kirk Cousins?
I'll take Cousins.
Okay.
What would you do, Iron?
Carr.
Okay.
Russell Wilson or Derek Carr, Greg?
I think we've
That's
seen
right.
Carr. I'd probably go Wilson.
Okay, Mace?
Yeah, Wilson.
I would go Carr.
By the way, Russell Wilson, 10th in the league in QBR this year. Actually had a really good year.
Yeah. Now, Justin Fields or Derek Carr, I would go Fields.
Yeah, I think Fields is nobody
how
has
about this
really
one?
used him right yet.
Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'd go Derek Carr. Why would you pick Rodgers, Greg?
He had like 4,000 yards this year passing. He had 28 touchdowns and like 10.
Yeah, but he's 42 and
42
weird.
and a
He
pain
can
in
still
the ass.
throw the ball around, and if it's for 1 year, yeah, sure, Aaron Rodgers. Between the two of them, I don't want Derek Carr back. I'd rather. He got injured again this year. I've seen that too many times.
Jameis Winston or Derek Carr?
Yeah, Derek Carr.
Jameis Winston's an ideal backup, but I don't think he's
Jameis
a
Winston
starter.
is going to throw you 30 touchdowns and throw you 30 interceptions.
Deshaun Watson or Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not that ridiculous of an option.
No, it's not a ridiculous option. It's just it wouldn't be my first choice because it feels like been there, done that.
Yes.
Well, they may if either Ward or Shador is still on the board when they pick. I think they're picking 6.
They're not good. Those guys are
way.
gone.
I would consider that.
I would
too,
imagine Tennessee goes quarterback, Cleveland go quarterback, Giants could go quarterback. There are too many guys, too many teams that can go quarterback that are in front of them. And I think there's a big drop. I mean, everybody says I'm going to talk like I know personally.
You're looking at all the mocks.
There's apparently a really big drop off between Cam Ward and Shedeur, and then that next tier, which includes Quinn Ewers and Jalen Milroe from Alabama.
Jackson Dart,
Jackson
way down
Dart,
the line.
yeah.
It's going to be. There's only going to be 2 quarterbacks taken in the first round. It's those 2, and that's it.
Yeah, everybody else drops into the second round according to all the mocks. Yeah, Ireland, it's your game today.
Yep.
What do you got cooking?
Well, it has to do with where I am.
Oh.
How well do you guys know the great state of Utah?
Excellent.
The 2 Utes.
We will find out next. Who's playing along?
We're probably going to get DeAndre.
Okay, good. DeAndre's
He
good at
does
these
well.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do Game of Games coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you're looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-rate interest loans, you got to call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And with the most 5-star reviews on Google and Yelp, it's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Sellers Advantage. It's the fastest, most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS or sellersadvantage.com.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Sellers Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Sellers Advantage will show you a no-obligation, as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Sellers Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Sellers Advantage.
No, but I think it's like burnt kettle corn or something. And my daughter goes,
That's
no.
a bad smell.
Here's what my daughter says. No, Dad, it smells like you. Yeah. I was like, what?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Looking to enhance your home with the latest in audio, video, and smart home technology? Don't go anywhere else but Mir Audio Video in Westwood. For over 40 years, Mir has specialized in all things smart home solution with companies like Lutron and Crestron. For innovation, reliability, do what we do. Choose Mir Audio Video. In light of the recent fires in L.A., Mir is here to assist, providing guidance to your insurance company as needed. Visit MirAudioVideo.com or call 310-234-4010 today.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that.
You could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in L.A., Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is John Ireland's game live from Utah. DeAndre Hawkins is in here.
What's going on, everyone?
Going to play along. What's going on, DeAndre?
None much.
DeAndre, have you come down off that Super Bowl high yet?
No, I'm still riding the wave.
Yeah. There, I bet.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah,
Come on,
DeAndre's
now.
an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay.
I'm in Utah for Lakers Jazz tonight, so I have a game about the state of Utah.
Okay.
Here we go. Number one, there is an amusement park in Farmington, Utah, that is the oldest operating amusement park in the American West. What is the name of that amusement park? A, Silverwood, B, Twin Peaks, C, Lagoon. Brian, Silverwood, Twin Peaks, or Lagoon?
Twin Peaks.
Okay, Greg.
Silverwood.
Mace.
Silverwood.
DeAndre.
I'm going Lagoon.
Lagoon is the right answer.
Hey.
The rich
went
get
that way.
richer.
Yeah.
Is it a water park?
It's more like a Magic Mountain kind of place.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So, the original roller coaster at Lagoon is the third oldest in the country. What's the name of that roller coaster? A, Old Woody. B, Big Woody. C, Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster. Greg, Old Woody, Big Woody, or Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster?
Just for the fun of it, I'm going to say Big Woody.
Big Woody. Mace.
Yeah, Big Woody it is.
Okay, DeAndre.
I'm going Big Woody as well.
Yeah, DeAndre.
Brian.
Woody Woodchuck's Nutty something.
Yeah, Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster. You all missed it. The answer is Old Woody.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Big Woody just made so much
Nothing
sense.
worse than an old Woody.
True or false? Salt Lake City, where I currently sit, has the third most plastic surgeons per capita
Really?
than any other city in the United States, behind only L.A. and Miami. Mace, true or false?
I will say, God, that doesn't seem real, so it must be, I'll say true.
All right, DeAndre.
I'm going true as well.
Brian.
True.
Greg.
Yeah, Housewives of Salt Lake is probably a thing, too. So, yeah. True.
You all missed it. It's false.
New York?
Salt Lake City is number one.
Number one?
Ahead of
Wow.
L.A. and Miami. Per capita, the most plastic surgeons
Good
anywhere in
for
the country.
them.
All right,
Looking good.
So far, DeAndre has one and nobody else has any.
Yes.
All right, here we go. There is a town that is in the center of the state of Utah. Right dead center in the state of Utah. What is the name of that town? A, Middle Utah. B, Central Point, Utah. Or C, Levin, Utah. DeAndre, Middle, Central Point, or Levin?
I'm going Central.
Okay, Brian.
Levin.
Greg.
Middle.
Mace.
Levin.
Levin is the correct answer. Brian got it and Mace got it. And the reason it's Levin is naval spelled backwards.
Oh, interesting.
So it's the navel of the state of Utah.
Oh,
They
I
just didn't
get
want
it.
to say naval.
Levan.
Oh, wow. That's
Okay, so here we go. So now it's
Levon.
Brian 1, Mace 1, DeAndre 1, and uncharacteristically, Greg was 0.
I'm
All
only
right,
one
here
back.
we go. Walter Frederick Morrison is an inventor from Richfield, Utah. What was his most famous invention? A, the Frisbee. B, the hula hoop. C, the slinky. Greg, the Frisbee, the hula hoop, or the slinky?
Let's go with Slinky.
Mace.
Frisbee.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go Frisbee.
Brian.
Hula hoop.
Frisbee is the correct answer. Mace and DeAndre get it, and I just made the other two up. And Bergman
Zero.
is alive.
Zero.
I am alive for the Bergman.
For the Romo.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
would
a
that
Romo.
be
I thought it was a
something
Cohen.
else?
I thought, didn't you get it?
No,
Cohen?
no, not me.
Okay.
I think it's Laura.
no, you're in the running.
All right, you're in the running.
Oh, I should just try for it now.
Yeah, you should.
Mace, Salt Lake City is home to the largest manufacturer of what? A, rubber snakes. B, rubber chickens. C, rubber ducks. Snakes, chickens, or ducks, Mace?
I will go Ducks.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go Ducks as well.
Brian.
What is chickens?
Greg.
I'll go with the other one because I don't think it's that.
You're going snakes?
Snakes.
Greg, you're still alive for the Romo.
Let's go.
Brian got it. It's rubber chickens.
I was going to go chickens. I'm glad you said it because otherwise
What
I
a
would have.
fine industry that is. They must be very proud. They lead the world in rubber chickens.
Okay. Mace, this one coming to you.
Okay.
This famous fast food franchise opened its very first store in Salt Lake City. What is that franchise? A, Chick-fil-A. B, Jack in the Box. C, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wow.
Chick-fil-A, Jack in the Box, or Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mace?
I'll go Chick-fil-A.
DeAndre.
I'm going Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's so weird, isn't
Ryan.
Chick-fil-A.
Greg.
All right, I'm going to go with Jack in the Box for the loss.
The correct answer, believe it or not, is Kentucky Fried
Yeah.
Chicken.
Really?
It
That is
did
so
not
weird.
start
It made
in
sense.
Kentucky. Yeah,
The Colonel lived in Utah?
yeah, apparently. All right, Greg, let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, and a tiebreaker. Greg,
Okay,
you're very alive
All
here
right,
for
all
the
right.
Romo.
Live
I
for the
got
Romo.
to focus here.
What's the official score, Ireland?
The official score is DeAndre 3, Brian 2, Mace 2, and Greg Bupkis.
0.
Got it. Okay.
We should get
All
a
right.
point for getting 0.
No.
Greg, I'll start with you to keep your dream alive.
All right, perfect.
True or false? Salt Lake City is the only state capital in the country whose name is 3 words long. True or false?
Oh, I used to know the Capitals really well, too. I think it's true, so I'm going to say false.
Okay, Mace.
I think it's true, so I'm going to say true.
Okay, DeAndre.
I'm going true as well.
Brian.
True.
True is the correct answer.
Let's
Greg is
go.
still
Greg
alive.
is alive.
DeAndre 4, Mason Brian 3, Greg zip.
Hard to get them all wrong.
That's right.
All right, Greg, there are
Okay.
2 more left.
Yeah, I'll
Keep
go
your
first.
dream alive. All right. There are more Mormons in Utah than any other state. There are over 600 rules in the Church of Latter-day Saints. Which one of these is not a rule? Okay, it's not a rule. A, astrology should be avoided. B, after marriage, do not spend time alone with a member of the opposite sex. Or C, missionaries must bathe daily in a body of water. So it's astrology should be avoided, no time alone with a member of the opposite sex after you're married, or missionaries must bathe daily in a body of water. Greg, A, B, or C?
Jeez. I have a
The
2
one
out of 3
that's
shot.
not a rule.
Not a rule. I don't think the first one about... No, the third one. The third one is not a rule.
Okay, missionaries must bathe daily in a body of water.
Right.
That's what you're going with.
That's
Okay.
what I'm going
You're trying to get it right.
I'm trying to get it wrong.
Oh.
All right,
Because
Mace.
my answer is
Oh, no.
missionaries bathe in a body of water. I
Okay,
think that's the
DeAndre.
fake rule.
I'm going with astrology.
Okay, and Brian.
Missionaries.
Greg, your dream is dead.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
Missionaries are prohibited from bathing in a body of water. They're not allowed to do it.
It would be pretty tough. I mean, I saw a Book of Mormon. It would be pretty tough to find a body of water to bathe in every day.
Okay,
No,
so
that's
Greg, now
right.
you're just a loser.
Yeah,
now I'm
you
out.
just
Now I'm just out.
Now you just
Yeah,
What
now
a
you're out.
waste
All right,
of
but
time.
the
Yeah.
good news is it's a 3-way tie. 4 for Brian, 4 for Mace, 4 for DeAndre.
Woo.
Last one here, and I have a tiebreaker if we need it.
Okay.
All right. True or false? Utah's state symbol is the beaver. It symbolizes wisdom, hard work, creativity, and cooperation. Brian, true or false? Utah's state symbol is the beaver.
I'll take false.
Okay, Mace.
False.
DeAndre.
I'm gonna go true.
DeAndre, you're out.
Oh,
It's false.
DeAndre.
It is false.
The state symbol in Utah is the beehive.
The beehive.
The beehive.
For all the same reasons. Cooperation, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. All right,
Sure.
so here it is. To be decided
Yep.
between Brian and Mace.
Okay.
Here's your question.
Got it.
Get something to write with. Get something to write
I'm
on.
as bad as Laura Romo in these. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
They're
The
hard.
Great Salt Lake is the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere and the 8th largest terminal lake in the world. At its deepest point, how deep is the Great Salt Lake? At its deepest point, how deep is the Great Salt Lake? You
Is
got
it
to
in
give me
miles,
a number,
or what is
and
it
you
in?
could go
Feet?
Do feet.
Feet, okay.
Okay. Mace, do you have a number?
I do.
Brian, do you have a number?
I do.
Brian, would you write down?
5,000 feet.
Almost a
Mace?
mile deep. Okay.
I said 120 feet deep.
120.
We have
I
a
think
clear
you're really
winner
low
here.
here. It's definitely
one
Brian.
person is relatively close. The other person is not
It can't
even
be
remotely
120.
close.
It can't be 120.
The answer is 45 feet. It's a very shallow lake.
That's what I thought!
No way!
Yeah.
Boom.
DeAndre, 5,000 feet is a little off.
That's right.
Damn, come on.
Salt Lake is that
It's
shallow?
just a shallow.
45 feet. The average depth of the Great Salt Lake is 34 feet. But at its deepest point, it's 45 feet deep.
There you go.
Oh.
And Mason wins
Mace,
again.
Congratulations.
Wow, that's your second one of the month.
Second win of the month. That's what I'm talking about.
Bergman
Does he have
2?
the lead?
No,
Greg?
no. Bergman 2, Kaplan 2, Mason 2, Brian 1, Ireland 1.
Okay, so it's
Thanks,
very
DeAndre.
tight.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Thanks, Steve.
How do you like that one?
I like that one a lot.
All right, boys. Do you predict a lopsided blowout win for the Lakers tonight, or is it more like the last time we played here when they won by 1?
Absolutely lopsided blowout.
At
Greg,
one
what do you
point,
think?
they will be up by 25. It's a lopsided win.
Brian?
Yes, I think it'll be similar to the other day.
What is
What are you guys all eating with Michael? You think
No,
the
I
game's
mean
over
we
before
we
the thing
accidentally
starts?
saw them play on Monday night and have a pretty good feel for what it's going to look
But
like tonight.
no Gabe Vincent, no DFS.
You're right. Those guys make a difference.
But Luka is playing.
Right. LeBron is playing.
Yeah.
Or
Let
is
me
he
see.
questionable?
I was just looking up the line just so we know.
I think it's like 13.
I got it. It's
9.
Lakers 9.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Then
got
wait.
Lakers minus 9.5. Yeah. So
I think it was 13 for the home game.
there you go. So, so John.
All right, boys. Have a good week. I will. I'll talk to you next week after we all get through the All-Star break. I can't wait for the All-Star game festivities this weekend.
Yep.
No, you
I'm on
don't.
the edge of my seat.
Okay.
right,
And as
have a
John
good time.
Ireland likes to say,
And that's a final.
all right, have
Yes,
a great
sir.
trip, John.
All right,
Have a
guys,
great
see
trip. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
I have developed, unbeknownst to me, and I don't know how these things happen exactly, an inner nostril zit.
Ew. Sedano and Cap
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Selmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There we go. We got Andy Kamenetsky. We got Cappy on the line from South. What's happening there, Cap?
Well, it's too cold, too wet, too gray, too windy for me to leave my house today, to be honest with you.
It is, but we need it. Everybody's supposed to say that. Yeah, but we need it.
That's exactly right. What you do is, when it rains, we all say the exact same thing. Hey, it's raining. It's so unusual, but we need it. It's the same thing as like, hey, I've had this cough for the last month. Oh, the flu has been going around.
It's been going around.
Right, it's been going around. So It's been going around, and we need it are two very popular phrases when talking about A, being sick, or B, it's raining outside.
Absolutely. Did you hear we had Dallas Raines on the show yesterday?
Dallas Raines was on the show.
The Dallas Raines,
Legend.
yes.
Is that right?
Because for two reasons. One, Momo loves the weather. She's fascinated by the weather, watches Weather Channel all the time. She loves atmospheric fronts and atmospheric rivers and all the stuff
I've
that
seen
Dallas
her
talks
do
about.
that. I remember when she did the impromptu off the top of her head weather report?
Very good.
She
On the
crushed
money.
it.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
Now, she have her own Doppler radar?
She was talking about stationary fronts and all that kind of stuff. Now, the other part of it is, I always say Dallas Raines, former backup quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles.
Right. You said he backed up Burt Reynolds. Is that right?
Correct. Now, so there is a kernel of truth there that we discovered. Dallas Raines did go to Florida State. Dallas Raines was a quarterback.
Did he back up Jameis Winston?
No, he did a couple of years earlier.
Okay.
He
Chris
did
Wakey?
walk on and broke his wrist while playing. So to me, that means his career was cut short by a broken wrist. Otherwise, he might have been a great
he was
backup
allowed
quarterback.
to practice with the team.
He did practice with them.
Like if any of us, or I guess other than Cappy if he was a kicker, but if any of us showed up at Florida State just to practice, it tells us to get the hell off the field.
Yeah.
Like Dallas Raines was invited to be there.
He was. So, in fact, he does the weather, and he's a former quarterback from Florida State.
It's funny you guys say that. I got this buddy of mine, right? And his son was a pretty good, not great, but like a pretty good high school quarterback. Okay? And he somehow, I actually don't know how, got the opportunity to walk on at Alabama. And he backed up Jalen Hurts and Tua and never was going to see the field, but his, claim to fame, the dad can't stop bragging about it. Like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl the other day, the dad put out a picture of Jalen Hurts and his son in practice together, where Jalen Hurts at the time was probably the backup and his son was maybe the 5th, 6th, 7th quarterback. It didn't matter. The fact is, he played on a team. He wore the Alabama uniform. Nick Saban was his coach. All these first-round picks were his teammates. And even though the kid never, ever, ever was going to touch the field, he practiced every day with those guys.
I mean, the truth is you got to be really good in the grand scheme of football, even just to be like the deep reserve quarterback for Alabama.
Right.
Like, you have to be pretty good. And, like, somebody that could maybe be the starter at a different school that just isn't Alabama.
Right.
Well, I figure that the kid probably loved football. He probably loved being on the Alabama football team, even though he was never going to play. And even though he probably just ran the scout team, for him, it was part of what he did. You know, I have this one friend of mine, and this is kind of weird. This guy, his son was a field goal kicker in high school, and he also walked on at Alabama. They freaking moved. They moved from L.A. to wherever, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, I don't know where in Alabama they live. And this kid's never going to sniff the field, ever. And they moved down there just to kind of be. By the way, is that weird, like, when people do that? Like, people get up and they're like, hey, you know what? My kid goes to Alabama. I'm going to go live down there for a couple of years.
Well, I mean, it worked the other way. Like, for example, my dad got transferred every 2 years, and we would move somewhere else. I mean, so that's kind of the reverse situation. I would follow I guess I had no choice but to follow my dad. I was a kid, so I was stuck going from Altoona to Cleveland to Toledo.
That's not really a thing anymore, like people getting transferred.
It's not. In the NBA, it is.
Right. In the NBA, it is. But, like,
unless you don't pass the physical.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Like, I remember growing up, like, the idea of being transferred. Like, I remember, like, being fearful for, like, my dad or friends of my dad, like, you could get transferred. And all of a sudden, you got to move to Milwaukee or something like that.
Right.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No. Well, let me ask you this. Is it doesn't happen because people can work remotely? Or does it not happen because companies are too cheap to move people? Or does it not happen because people are like, I'm not leaving. I like where I live. I'll find another job. I mean,
I
what
think
is the
there's
reason?
an element of everybody's a free agent now. You know, back in the day, my dad, when you asked him what he did, he would say, I'm with Eastman Kodak. He was very proud. And he had great loyalty to his company. I don't think in this day and age, people change jobs. Everybody's a free agent, go here, go there. I don't think anybody has that real company loyalty that they did 20 years ago.
I think it's also harder to stay with one company, like, from the company's side. Like, they're always shrinking, or they're getting bought by some larger company. And the first thing that happens when they consolidate is they have all these layoffs. Like, that type of Eastman, I mean, to put it in perspective, Eastman Kodak doesn't even exist anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it's been a minute since we've heard about Kodak.
Yeah.
Really?
Cameras, film, microfiche. What about microfiche?
Can't drop off the film at the little, like, hut they used to have in front of the grocery
little
store.
hut, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
when was the last time? I don't think cameras exist anymore, do they? Oh, no, I will take that back. Like, really great photographers like Kevin Reese and Andy Bernstein.
But you know
those
what's
guys
funny,
use
though?
real
Like,
cameras.
all of us, all we do now is take pictures of everything.
Yes. Right.
But we never develop them. We never turn them into physical photos. We just store them all on our phone.
And we never look at them.
We never
again.
do.
Right.
If it weren't for that Apple feature that puts a movie on my phone every day, I would never see any of that. I like that feature, by the way. I like the here's a movie
Do
of
you
all
like
your
getting
life.
the quote-unquote memories? Like,
Yeah,
your
the
photo
memories.
memory?
I like that. I
do
like
too.
that. It
I like
reminds
it.
me of stuff.
But, like, we never
same.
do anything with our photos anymore. We just store them on the smallest place for looking at them. Like, you know, your phone is a really bad place
true. It's not
to be looking at your
It
phone.
is.
The other thing is so I was recently giving my daughter a whole bunch of business because I said, hey, I don't understand. How come there's, like, not one picture of me in your place? Like, I'm the guy that paid for all this. Like, how about, like,
what do you
just,
want, like a big Cappy portrait
you
in
know
your
what,
house?
Mace,
What is-
Mace,
what
here,
is going
but Mace,
on?
hold on. Let me. There's a jealousy factor here. Just I should have probably led with this.
Okay.
So I went to visit my daughter, right, and she's got a picture of her and my ex-wife, her mother,
Right.
and I'm like, so wait a second. The guy who pays for all this, he doesn't get a picture anywhere. It's only your mom, right? So she goes, well, here's what the deal is, Dad. Mom went to the store, took her phone, got the photos actually printed, right? Because isn't that how you do it nowadays?
Sure.
Yeah. And so my ex-wife got the pictures printed, then framed them, and then gave them to my daughter.
Well, that's a nice gift.
That was a very nice
Yeah.
gift. Now, my complaint was, hey, girl, I'm busy, man. I'm not going to CVS, and I'm not asking them to print the picture, and I'm not framing it. I'm not sending. You do that. I'm the guy who pays for this. You do that.
Look, I don't think that she has a requirement to be able to do that. By the way, I also think your ex-wife has a photo, I think you should have a painting. I think somebody should
Rose
do
in his mouth?
a painting of you to hang at your daughter's place. I think it would be fantastic.
think that's great.
You should have that commissioned, Cappy. Like the
no,
portrait
go
of
down
you.
to the Venice Boardwalk
and
get somebody to do one of those caricature things
Right.
of you, and then send that to her.
Give it to her. Here you
Give it
go.
to her.
You
There
wanted
you
a
go.
picture? Here you go.
Hang it up.
Right on.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Earlier today, I don't know if you know this, but I executed a perfect cartwheel.
Perfect.
Yes.
Is this true?
It is true.
Is there video evidence?
There is video evidence.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Seen the cartwheel.
Yeah, what do you think, DeAndre?
Yeah.
Was it by definition a cartwheel?
No.
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 it
What do you mean it
wasn't.
wasn't?
Definitely wasn't.
Wait a second. When you say perfect, hold on a second.
Yeah.
When you
You
say
did
a
not
perfect
complete
cartwheel,
the rotation.
you have to put down one hand, put down the other hand.
Other
both
hand.
legs have to swing over, and then you have to land it. And
Correct.
It was like
okay.
a cart fall.
And you couldn't do it, Mace?
It was like that guy. Somebody sent a video of somebody at the on the Office TV show that tried to do one, and it does look a lot like that.
Okay.
I'm trying
But
to find this.
I get it's
Where
a
do I find
tremendous piece of video.
Let me take a look at it.
I'm sure it's spreading in a viral way
Did
everywhere. Everybody's
Did anybody
watching
else
this
attempt
now.
a cartwheel?
No, it was just me. Ireland is in Utah. He did not do a
I
cartwheel.
mean, DeAndre could definitely do a cartwheel.
Oh, I'm not so sure
yeah.
about that.
By the way,
I am not so
a
sure about
cartwheel
that.
is a little kid thing. It's
No,
like
it's not.
grown-ups
It's like a
don't.
cheerleading thing.
But grown-ups don't do
I
cartwheels.
can do a cartwheel.
Well, now, wait a second.
Come on,
Time
Andy,
out.
let's see.
Okay.
When you say you can do a cartwheel, do you mean like you can do one that really looks like a cartwheel, or you can just do one?
Let's see. Let's follow.
I mean, I
let's
don't know
take
if I'm
the
going to get like a
cameras.
We are going to
9.7 from
find
the
out.
Russian
Take the cameras,
judge. But
follow him out to the hallway right now, Andy.
right
Let's
now.
do it.
It's a
right
good
now.
idea.
Come on,
Here we go.
Andy.
Okay, here we go.
Andy.
Andy Kamenetsky is
Oh,
an
yeah.
athlete.
Yep, he is
He
an athlete.
And DeAndre, too, should probably.
Yeah,
you know.
DeAndre, you should.
DeAndre,
also
you
be
ain't
on this
doing no cartwheel.
Yeah, DeAndre. That's
Oh, look, he just threw his headphones
that's
down. He got mad at the
he's-
challenge.
He's doing a big cartwheel, is what he's doing. So they are. They're
Mace, I haven't
lining up.
told you about
Right
my
out there,
most.
right outside the door.
I haven't told you about my most
right there.
athletic,
You're
most
watching
important
on
athletic
YouTube.
prowess
I will
here.
give some
Okay.
play-by-play.
By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see this happen.
Yes. All right, here it goes.
We've
We're now in
broken
the
away
hallway.
We've
Cappy,
interrupted
give
for
the
live
play-by-play.
coverage.
Right.
'cause you
All
can
right,
see
here we
it
go.
better.
Andy Kamenetsky. I'm going to hold on. Let me just do it like this. Here's DeAndre Hawkins. He's got on the white shirt with the black beanie, the black sweatpants with the white Nikes. Here's Andy Kamenetsky. He's wearing an army green sweatshirt with the bald head, with the brown boots and the gray jeans. And here's Kamenetsky. It's a belt high snap for Kamenetsky. Kamenetsky is in position. His knees are bent. His waist is down. Kamenetsky, and he rounds one off. That's Andy Kamenetsky with no regard for human life. Nice job.
All I heard
Here's
was a big thud.
Right.
Did you hear a big thud?
Right. Here's DeAndre Hawkins. DeAndre doesn't look like. DeAndre less athletic. I will say a little less athletic.
Wow.
But he did land it. It is true. He landed it 1 foot at a time. And there's Michael Funchess sitting at his desk, wondering what's going on. He's got the glasses on around his eyes, and he's sitting behind his cubicle.
You know what? I just saw Andy. It was pretty good.
Andy's was way better than DeAndre's, not going to lie.
Andy's cartwheel was great.
Yeah, it was a round off. That back handspring.
Yeah. By the way, DeAndre, you did
he
it
even,
like I did
stuck
it.
the landing.
Yeah,
Andy
nice job,
did.
Andy.
I would stack my cartwheel up against
Thank
DeAndre's cartwheel,
They're-
but nobody
they're
can
about
match
the same.
Andy.
They're both mid.
DeAndre, you got to extend your legs, bro.
Yeah. I know. I'm too tall for it. I think I'm too tall for the
No,
cartwheel. Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
that. It's not that you're too tall. It's that you've never really worked on it. You know what I mean?
I'm too.
Like-
I hear you.
I have too much muscle. I can't.
No,
exactly.
that's not the
Mace has been
problem.
in the gym a lot,
Yeah,
man.
been to
So
the
he
gym
does
a
have
lot.
too
I'm
much
the
muscle.
really
issue
kind
at
of
all.
bulked up.
It's not the problem.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Not the problem.
Totally.
I think that Andy also has the advantage of having a daughter in that age range that is probably doing these type of tricks at home.
You probably do cartwheels with
all the time at home.
That's
That's all we do.
You and Anna doing cartwheels.
Me, Anna, and Lily, all we do is cartwheels all day. No, you know what it honestly is? I was on the wrestling team as a freshman in high school, and this was part of the warm-ups that we did. Like, they would have us do cartwheels and round-offs and all this stuff as, like, getting loose and I think just, I don't know, becoming more athletic
Well,
or
I will
whatever.
just say this, Andy. It all paid off for
It
you
really
today.
did.
Sure did.
Look at me now.
Really did.
Look
the way
at
that you
me
stuck
now.
it at the end and like stood up, like you just like landed the balance beam.
Look, man, if you're not going to bring a little zazz, what's
Yeah.
the point?
Yeah,
Lindsay,
no,
how come
exactly.
you didn't try and do a cartwheel?
Because I know I can't do one.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm not out here saying I can like you guys.
Oh.
I know I can't do one.
By the way, stay tuned. Tomorrow, Jumping jacks.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You know that
I'm in.
George
I'm very
does
excited.
those-
I'm here tomorrow.
Mace, you know that
Nice.
George does those during the breaks? He does 100 each break when he's on remote.
Shadano does?
Yeah. He was out of breath yesterday after doing, he had to do 200 at once.
Is like working out during the show?
Yeah,
well,
commercial
he's-
break.
Yeah.
He's doing some
No,
some
Cappy,
jumping
do you
jacks.
work out during the show?
I don't, but sometimes what I will do is I will go to a commercial break, and if I know we have like 4 minutes, I'll grab the dumbbells, okay, and I'll pump up the guns a little bit. You know
Of
what
course,
I mean?
yeah.
But then I have to have enough time to like stop breathing heavy, so I don't come back on the air huff and puff. You know what I'm saying? But Mace, I will tell you this. You know what I did yesterday?
What did you do?
And DeAndre got to see this firsthand.
Oh, boy.
I kicked ass yesterday.
In what way?
I went to the Wild Card Boxing Gym.
Oh, yeah, you told me you were doing that, like 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. I had my wrist strapped. I had my gloves on. And Adrian Gonzalez, yes, it's a name drop. Yes, it's a flex. Adrian was wearing one of those old school Joe Theismann helmets, you know, the ones with the single bar?
Yeah.
And he was in there playing defense, and I was in there just swinging at him, just going after him. And when I was done, and I thought I had done really well, we were doing 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, man, I'm kicking ass. Then they showed me the video afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe how incredibly, ridiculously slow,
Really?
uncoordinated, off balance, and unathletic I was.
Boxing is such a hard workout.
Boxing is
It's
really hard.
So hard.
And I was gonna put it out on social media.
Why not? Do it.
Well,
do it.
The
Do it.
reason I really don't want to put it out on social media is because I don't need everybody out there with a scouting report. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. So when
On
you
my-
get ready for your next big fight,
Well, right. I
you
mean,
don't
next
want
time,
you don't want a lot of film out there.
Right. I don't need somebody to know, hey, listen, Kaplan's hands are like as slow as can be. It's like he's wearing, concrete rather than boxing gloves, you know?
Yeah. So is this something you'll do again?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, if you're a boxing fan, I know you are.
Yeah.
If you're a boxing fan, I mean, big boxing fan, right,
Yeah,
Mace?
I watched Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Okay. If you're a boxing fan, the Wild Card Gym is like one of those places that you've
It's
seen
famous.
a million
It
times.
is very famous, yeah.
It's super
Yes.
famous, and anybody who's a boxing fan would love to go there and work out there. And, that's Freddie Roach and Manny
Yep.
Pacquiao and so many other legends. And if you've ever been there, it's right on the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
Yep.
And so going over there, I had to break out. It's the first time I've listened to Kid Rock in about 20 years because he's got that song, I'm a cowboy, baby. And then in the song, he's got that lyric, hanging out on Hollywood and Vine. And I thought it was kind of cool that the gym is there. But when you get there, you're like, where the hell is this place? I don't get it.
It's
There's
hard to find.
Right.
Right.
there's
It's
a-
over there by Channel 5, right?
Yeah, but there's a laundromat and a check cashing store.
Yeah, if I'm correct, Cappy, don't you have to walk under an overhang?
Yes.
Like you have to go back into a parking lot.
Right.
Like it's in a strip mall.
Yeah,
What,
it's
have you
weird.
been there boxing too?
No, but I covered an event there.
Oh, okay.
That's the only
Mace,
reason.
do you want me to put this video out?
Yeah, put it out, man.
You think I should?
Yeah.
DeAndre, do you think I'm embarrassing myself by putting this video out?
Nah, man.
You
You're all
kidding me?
good.
We just did cartwheels. Or what is?
No, your
we're
cartwheels were better than my
we're
boxing,
unembarrassable people.
No, that's true. That is true.
I mean, that's part of the job. You've got to be
All right.
unembarrassable.
Okay, I'm going to put it
I
out.
mean, we learned you can ice skate, Cappy. We've seen you,
you
do
all of a
athletic
sudden
things.
you went from I'm struggling on the ice to I'm Brian Boitano at some point.
Right, and now I'm struggling in the ring to all of a sudden I'm Mike Tyson.
That's right. From Brian Boitano
See, I
to
think-
Mike
I think
Tyson, Cappy
Cappy's-
does it all.
Wait,
I think
wait.
Cappy sandbags all these things.
Have you done your Mike Tyson impression for Mace yet?
I haven't done it yet
Okay.
today. I haven't done it yet today.
Do it.
Look at me, man. Look at me. I got one eye. He look at me. He got 2 ears. I want to fight. He don't want to fight. Look at me, man.
What do you think about that, Mace?
I got to say that is really good, man.
It sounds like Cartman doing Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
it does. I don't know if I don't ever hear him that animated.
Well, it was after that. It was after that fight against
After that fight, right?
Holyfield, where he bit his ear off. You know what I mean?
I'm going to do this the normal way today.
Wait a second. Hold on. I want you to know something before you get off the air. You ready?
Uh-huh.
I'm officially posting this right now
Okay.
on Instagram. I want you, before you leave, I want you to look at my Instagram
Okay.
right now.
Right
okay?
now.
It should be posting any second.
Okay.
All right.
I'm on Instagram.
I'm
Let's go to
it's
Cappy.
posting. Okay, it is now officially posted. I want you to watch my skills. Okay, I want you to see what I look like in the ring with Adrian Gonzalez playing defense.
Okay.
He's just willing.
Looking at it now.
He's just willing to play.
There he is.
Look at-
Adrian's covered up.
Okay, jab, jab,
You're going
punch.
at him, jab, jab. You
Jab,
go left.
jab,
There's the right.
uppercut, right,
Yeah,
body
uppercut,
blow,
yeah.
body shot.
What's weird about it, I don't think there are any body shots here.
No, there's body shots coming.
There's, there you went low.
Hey, Mace.
Yeah.
You want to know something? There's a couple guys.
Your footwork, it needs work.
I know.
Yeah, your footwork.
That's
you're
actually what I
struggling.
thought was the best part.
Mace, there's a couple of guys that work out with this group that would totally be perfect for the Culture Pop podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's an actor. His name is Julian Works. Do you know him?
I
Do you
don't
know who
think
that
so.
is?
No, what's he in?
Okay. And then there's a writer, producer, director, a guy by the name of Frankie Flowers. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I do know Frankie Flowers.
Yeah, he works out with this group too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a good group.
Yeah, it is a good group.
Yeah.
How often do you work out with those guys?
It's a Tuesday, Thursday morning thing, so usually once or twice a week, depending on my schedule.
Cappy, I am impressed.
Oh,
I think
yeah?
your boxing is totally and completely credible.
Oh, wow.
Especially when you knocked Adrian Gonzalez out.
Well, I don't know if that really happened or not.
That big roundhouse you threw.
Well, I mean, it was that body shot that
Dropped
got
him like a bag of rocks.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Cappy,
Yeah.
Adrian Gonzalez does not look like he's any better a boxer than you.
Oh my God, Adrian Gonzalez is actually he actually really knows boxing. So all he's doing is playing defense. Look at how he puts his hands
he's just
up.
covered up.
Right. There's nothing I can do to get through.
He doesn't throw any
I'm
punches
just saying,
at you.
I need to see more from Adrian Gonzalez before I'm convinced he knows what he's
No,
doing.
he's good, man. He
Okay.
knows his stuff. He's got balance. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Speaking of knowing what they're doing, coming up next is Cappy and Andy. We're back tomorrow. It's me and Andy tomorrow,
Yes, it
I
is.
think, as Ireland goes
Jumping
on his
Jacks.
on his break. Yeah, tomorrow's Jumping Jacks. Make sure you're here for that.